This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome back inside of the Dolynny TV studios as we get set for tonight's call of the Boston Bruins Edmonton Oilers game. And I think after a long-awaited season of hockey so far for the Oilers, this is the moment we have waited for. This is the measuring stick. I think obviously the opinions of a lot of Oilers fans are about to change should the Oilers be able to win tonight. That would be a big key. Again, I've already sent my chats out to my Bruins fans, whatever they are, pretty much saying it's either going to be a really good hockey game or the Bruins are going to walk away with a really easy win. That's kind of how I've laid it out here today, is for just kind of two scenarios. Obviously game planning for scenario one, but you know what, in the day is it's just going to be what it's going to be, and hopefully the Oilers can come through for us tonight. It would be beautiful to see. And obviously too, I mean, the most Oilers thing they could do is lay an absolute dud against the Columbus Blue Jackets in a matinee game, and then come back and beat the Boston Bruins next game. That's literally Edmonton Oilers hockey, right? There is no denying that is exactly how things work against and for the Edmonton Oilers. So that's where we'll stand tonight, friends, as we get set for this one. Just so you know what's up, the Boston Bruins will not be starting their goal-scoring tender, apparently, according to head coach John Montgomery. I don't know what I don't know what the guy's first name is. Why am I even trying? But anyway, according to that, it will be the backup Swayman in net for the Boston Bruins tonight. Swayman having a pretty good season himself. It will be Stuart Skinner getting the start for the Oilers, who are looking to clamp down defensively a little bit once again. Things getting out of hand here the past several starts with Jack Campbell in net, so we're looking to try and change those fortunes once again. And with that, friends, just so you know who the starting goaltenders are, we can get to the chat and welcome some folks in. Luke, welcome in. BitLife, welcome in. Peter, welcome in again. Peter tuning in, I believe, being a New York Rangers fan, probably tuning in to, as he says, see Connor McDavid tonight. Michael tuning in and echoing my sentiments there earlier. And then, of course, Braves tuning in. Darian's tuning in, echoing same sentiments. And then, let's see, SK's in here, Angel's in here, and Cardinal is in here as well. So, friends, we should be having ourselves a pretty good little stream this evening, I believe. We should be set up for a good night of hockey. It's a 6:30 start, so somebody, when I say I feel like heading out, somebody remind me that it's a 6:30 start, and there ain't no heading out early tonight. It is get this job done. Welcome in, Darcy. And, yeah, that's where we're going to sit this evening. It's going to be I think just for those of you just joining, if you missed my comments right off the top, it's either going to be a really good hockey game, kind of similar to what happened with us against Colorado about this time last year, or it's going to be a real bad loss for the Oilers. There's going to be no in between. And I mean, you can sit here and say, well, we lost against Colorado in those really good games last year, and touche, we did. But I think if the Oilers are going to play a really good game against Boston, there's actually a chance they come out on top tonight, just because we lost to Columbus. It's the Oilers' MO. Lose a bad game against a team you should beat, and then somehow beat a team you have no business beating. And whether you want to think the Oilers are a really good team this year or not, I don't think there's anyone in the NHL that has business beating the Boston Bruins. So as we're getting going here, let's go. Darcy's in here, Caden's in here, Dean's in here, and JT as well. I think I just answered everybody's question there. I think the big question is going to be all night, can and will the Oilers find a way to win against the Boston Bruins tonight? Like I said, I've already pre-texted all my Boston Bruins fans and just basically said, hey, we'll see what we can do. And it appears Patrick is watching Oilers Plus, so we'll have the sales pitch update from Ken Holland here in a little bit, depending on what he's got to announce. I mean, dropping a absolute bomb of a trade on us here in the middle of an Oilers Plus interview would be absolutely hilarious. But the other news today, Devon Shore officially back to Bakersfield, and Costin will play for the Oilers tonight against the Boston Bruins. So we get a little bit more rugged, right? Devon Shore obviously had a wonderful stint back up here in Edmonton, but we get a little bit more rugged with Costin back in the lineup, and that's a huge get for us against a team like the Boston Bruins. And I think to some extent, Costin was probably absolutely arguing with coaching staff, hey, I'm not 100%, but I need to be out there. I need to be with the boys on this one, and that's kind of where we're going. So for those of you tuning in just now, welcome to Dolynny TV. I'm Tyson, glad to have you along. It is Mr. Stuart Skinner getting the start against the Boston Bruins. You got to remember that's a big vote of confidence in a young goaltender going up against the odds-on favorite for the President Trophy this year in the Boston Bruins. And I mean, you look at what the Oilers have to do tonight is beat an absolute giant. The Bruins record, just for some clarity on what's going on here, is 45-8-5. Okay, that is absolutely ridiculous, because in terms of the Oilers' 28 losses this year, the 20 in regulation and the 8 in overtime, the Bruins have a combined 13 regulation and overtime losses, which is less than half of what the Oilers have, about 40% of what the Oilers have, and the Oilers are solidly, for the time being, in a playoff spot. So that's how crazy this Boston Bruins season has been. Let's see what's going to happen here tonight, though, because obviously the Oilers dropping that game against the Columbus Blue Jackets. I assume we could see some fireworks out of them tonight, especially if the Bruins want to challenge them physically. I think the Oilers might want to back into that fight a little bit more and try and scratch and claw out a victory against the Bruins. Maybe find a way to get a guy like Brad Marchand ejected tonight. I don't know. There's many ways you could find a way to beat the Bruins, but again, the Bruins are more than just Marchand and Bergeron and Pastrnak and McAvoy and those guys. They have a top to bottom lineup, obviously adding Dmitry Orlov the other day as well. So that's where we're at. Just let me see. We've just crossed 50 live viewers at once. Again, thanks folks for being here. Really appreciate it. And if you're tuning in for the first time here on Dolynny TV, I appreciate that as well. Really love to get to know you in the chat if you're available. But here's where we are getting to as well. There will be news later today on Dolynny TV about the Mattias Ekholm rumors. That seems to be the hot ticket item for Oilers land now. Carlson's too much of a reach, but Mattias Ekholm appears to be a possibility. Patrick from the Oilers Fanatic obviously covering that earlier today, and doing very well covering that earlier today, might I add. Excellent to see the numbers we've all seen here on YouTube this past month, and we couldn't do it without you. Again, to everyone that's sitting here upset with the clickbait titles and stuff, there's a point where you got to eat, and when you got to eat, you got to eat. And thankfully, I've been able to do this month, because it's going to get very quiet here if the Oilers are just ho-hum the rest of the way to the playoffs. So let's see what we got going on here. JT, to your point, you're talking about Nurse playing all around better without Ceci. That, I think, is kind of actually lined up in the stats if you look at the advanced analytics. And SK, it looks like McCabe and Lafferty are off the Oilers rumors now. Yes, they are off to Toronto today. And then everyone talking a little bit about Ekholm. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at, right? It's kind of evolved to Ekholm right now. Kevin, you're in on Darnell Nurse, hopefully going to step up against the Bruins. I'd love to see Darnell Nurse come out and just first Bruin to walk across the blue line tonight, just absolutely rock them. Set the tone. The Oilers have the ability, should they lose the opening face-off, to set the tone tonight, and I would love to see it, right? Even if we lose this game, if we go down in an absolute dogfight to the finish, that would be fantastic to watch for this team this year. And yeah, that's what I'm looking for tonight, is just make it a heck of a hockey game, right? Similar to what we saw against Colorado about a year ago. Just make it a game to remember this year. Let's see what else we got going on here. Kane would help a lot today. Yes, Kane would help, but we do get Costin back, so we've got that going for us a little bit there. And Ekholm would be just a second pairing defenseman on the Oilers, but would be a valuable piece to offset kind of the blue line rookie nerves, and even if you want to say Nurse has some nerves, just having a solid second pair guy that's essentially Duncan Keith 2.0 for you back behind Darnell Nurse would do a lot for this Oilers team. And yeah, that's kind of the sentiment there from FND that we're talking about. Is the Oilers going to smash Boston and then lose to a trash team? We've already lost to this trash team, so why not do it tonight? Let's get it done. And let's see what Stuart Skinner can do tonight for the Oilers. I think that I think Licorice there, you're saying I screwed. I saw a couple of comments on that last night. I think I might have screwed something up the other day or something. Guys, I talk a lot of words in 10 minutes in a video, and you got to remember here too. I have to do a tour of my studio one day because quite simply, I have no notes, I have no script, I have nothing. It's just me talking on camera in front of you for 10 minutes at a time when I do a video. So that's there's a lot of gold things that have come out. I think anyone that remembers the live streams of years past, there was a situation where I called Zach Kassian the line madel. That was literally a term I used to call Zach Kassian because I almost said Draisaitl and I said no, line madel, that guy, and it was Zach Kassian. So that was a fun time. Yeah, Devin, you want Ekholm win Bush? Yeah, I think that would be a pair because then you'd have Barry down with Broberg and you'd be pretty solid throughout the lineup. And again, think about calming down Bouchard a little bit too. That does quite a bit for this Oilers squad. And yeah, I don't think Jack Campbell will be the starter the rest of the season for the Oilers. I think it's going to be, hey, you know what? Every goalie has to give us a good night, but end of the day, I think Stuart Skinner supports that he's got to have the majority of the load. And like I said, I called it in a video prior to free agency. If you want a backup to Stuart Skinner, you sign Jack Campbell. The cost seems ridiculous, but it all evens out, right? For the next 3 years, the Oilers will spend $7.5 million on two goalies that are able to win you hockey games night in, night out. Does Jack Campbell win you a bunch of hockey games? Well, he's your team leader in wins right now, so I guess that is kind of where it is right now for the Oilers. And to everybody talking about Toronto in the comments section as well, I think Joe, you had a pretty good comment right there. Is they are lining up, I think, to play the Tampa Bay Lightning in the first round, who, oh, by the way, have made some additions as well. And if you're putting Toronto versus Tampa, as a guy who does not bet money, I will tell you I am taking Tampa 10 times out of 10 in that series. So that's a little unfortunate for the Toronto Maple Leafs, but pretty fortunate for us. And yeah, it's one of those situations. You know what? I until proven otherwise, I'm not going to worry about the Leafs doing anything in the postseason. And obviously, they're going to make a lot of noise should they end up winning a first round series. But we'll see what comes out of that. And right now, as it sits, friends, the Oilers are out on Jake McCabe and Sam Lafferty. He is both of those guys have headed over to Toronto in a big pick trade there that they've capitalized on the Jake Muzzin LTIR space. So it's kind of where we sit right now as the Oilers continue to be on the outs of every trade. But according to Patrick, we've got some news on Ken Holland coming soon. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, they've got Ken Holland on Oilers Plus tonight, so we'll see what ends up coming from that. I don't assume too much, but it should be a little bit coming from that at least. And yeah, I don't think there's much else to really add. It is Stuart Skinner's net tonight. He's been pretty solid this season, and we'll give him another try. Obviously, Jack Campbell has won us a ton of games in the past 2 months, but it's one of those things right now where Jack Campbell's not giving you the goaltending. You're getting not one of those winning pretty things, I guess you could say. Sorry, I'm reading the quote from Ken Holland. We're going to get a trade deadline acquisition here in the next couple of weeks. His name is Evander Kane. That's Ken Holland's words. That's Ken Holland's words. is the Oilers, for the second year in a row, are not going to make a big trade deadline move according to that because they're going to get Evander Kane. What? What? I hope that's a distraction technique because that is rough. Yeah, that's rough. But according to Gary Bettman, the All-Star game and drafts will come to Edmonton. It just matters on the Oilers organization wanting to finish Ice District first. That is your big news today as well. So there's a ton coming down the pipe, but it is where we're at. And Pringle, how can the Leafs do that? Essentially, Jake Muzzin got ruled out for the rest of the season, and they just used his LTIR money to acquire all that and gave away a ton of picks. That's kind of what happened there. Is just Toronto capitalized on the situation there with Mr. Jake Muzzin being out for the rest of the year and getting $5.5 million in cap space and just sucked them up. They got Chicago to retain money there, and it was all good. But problem is for us, we don't have any cap space available, and secondary too, we unfortunately don't have contracts that are just easily shuffleable like things. And there you go, Gillies TV getting in there claiming that text as well. And there we go, friends. The broadcast is flipped over to the Sportsnet Oilers Bruins broadcast, and we are just about set, as apparently Trouble Found Me is going to be the opening song for this Monday night hockey edition of the Edmonton Oilers and Boston Bruins game. The Dallas Stars and Vancouver Canucks are playing as well. We could really use a Canucks victory tonight, I will tell you that much. They desperately need to go win one for us, and that would be a big get. But yeah, that's where we are sitting right now. Ken Holland talking to Oilers Plus about things, but we should be getting going here right away. But we are probably about 10 minutes away from game time, so if you need to grab a bathroom break or you need to head out and grab dinner right quick or answer the door for the skip the dishes, whatever you're doing, make sure to get that done here in the next 10, and then we'll have the play-by-play. I am sure of that here right away shortly. Just to give you an idea here, friends, we've gotten through the pregame part of the broadcast, so that means we can have a solid few seconds to recap what's happened here on the pregame, which if you've missed that, it's a lot of trade talk as per everything here on Dolynny TV the past few weeks. And just to give you an idea here, 3.65, we're up to already on the stream 12.6 hours watched, so we're absolutely crushing along. You remember the goal normally this season has been 50, but we've been consistently over 150 every single game, and now another chance to go a full length of a game and get another 150 hours here on the stream. It's been an absolute unreal month this month. Just for record, just because I've got 67 of you watching live, I want to tell you thanks to everybody watching live and who has watched videos at any point this month. This has been my best month ever on record on YouTube. Just for standard's sake, I've been doing YouTube for 9.5 years and on this channel, and February 2023 is my best month ever with 2 days remaining. So thank you so much for that, friends, to everybody that's contributed to that. Tune into the videos whether you're enjoying them or not. I appreciate you being along because it really helps out for sure. And here's where we're at right now. We're just a few minutes away from this Oilers Bruins game getting underway. We should be set for a good game. Like I said, I don't care if the Oilers lose this one. Just make it interesting. Just make it really good. Make it memorable. Make it fun. And that's really all I'm asking out of this Oilers team tonight. Just give me something. And obviously it's Military Appreciation Night tonight at Rogers Place. So I assume they will have a pretty special moment at center ice prior to puck drop. Usually doing a pretty good job with those nights every single season. And I know it's I was there at I think February 2020 against the Arizona Coyotes. I think the Saturday afternoon game was Military Appreciation Day, and they had I want to say I remember correct, or I watched it on TV, but they had a soldier come back for the first time seeing his family at center ice, and that was a really touching moment. Sorry, I'm choking up a little bit here, but it was one of those, right? Is every other team seems to have those every season, but we ended up having ours that year, and it was dang special. So we'll see if the Oilers indeed pull that off again tonight, but we'll see what ends up happening over to this one this evening. Shane, welcome in. Michael's got a score prediction in here, and going 3-2 in OT, and that's really all I care. If the Oilers can go into overtime against the Bruins tonight, sign me up. I will repeat myself until the end of the night. Just make it interesting, just make it good, make it fun, right? Don't make it a hard night to watch the Oilers. Don't make it a night where everybody tunes out because it's miserable. Just, hey, keep us going until the last second. Right? If like the Boston Bruins goaltender Swayman makes a 10-bell save in overtime, 3-on-3. Puck squirts out to center ice, and they come down, and it's an absolute snipe show on Stuart Skinner, and he had no chance of getting that goal saved. Hey, I'm good with that. I don't care if it's 7-6 in overtime. I don't care if it's 1-0. Give me a heck of a hockey game, and let's get it done. Gene Principe live from the Sportsnet Lounge below the Sportsnet Lounge in Rogers Place as he gets set to give us our intro to tonight's hockey game. Your game notes, of course, if you're just tuning in prior to puck drop, is that Devon Shore has been loaned to the Bakersfield Condors. Yes, sirree, Stuart Skinner will start tonight. The Bruins are starting Swayman, and secondary to this is we are coming off a bad loss to a bad team, so let's go win a good game against a good team. How about that? And that's where we're at right now. And Carlos, you're saying the next 7 games will be nice to watch. Well, I'm hoping the Oilers really come up with a good stretch of 7 games. Obviously, we need to win at least one of these 2 games here against the Bruins and Leafs before Friday's game against the Jets. So we got to go out there and do something tonight. Get it done early. Don't worry about that Leafs game. Let them have their fun, because obviously the Leafs fans, I mean, tickets are going for $650 for a pair in Rogers Place right now for the Leafs and Oilers, and I could not imagine that, so that's where we're going. Camille just came in to say, let's go Oilers. Well, the game starts here in the next 4 or 5 minutes after the anthems are over with. Death, welcome in, and we should be good to go for a very exciting game, and I think, to be honest with you, the numbers speak for themselves. 91 people prior to puck drop here in the live stream tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Didn't expect that. Tuning into my first live stream in a long while, and now all of a sudden we've got ourselves 60 minutes to determine what the Oilers do, and hopefully 60 plus minutes, because I would love for the drama some overtime tonight. And here we go, Canadian Armed Forces Appreciation Game for the Oilers. So they'll have usually the paratroopers or whatever they call them rappelling down from the top of the rafters, and they've got a whole bunch of military in the building tonight, bringing the colors to center ice, well, to the corner of the ice for the Oilers. Rob Clark will probably come out from behind the Zamboni entrance, and we should be good to go tonight. Anyway, friends, we are just about set for tonight's hockey game. It will be a different anthem singer tonight, though, as we will have a military singer, David Grenon, singing for the Rogers Place crowd and us back at home on TV tonight. As we're getting set here for this one, the Star Spangled Banner getting sung at Rogers Place right now, and obviously we'll probably have a ceremonial puck drop as well. It'll be a longer start to the night than usual. Obviously a 6:30 start. I think that is by design to allow the Bruins fans to get in here a little bit earlier, but as well to allow us to do our pregame festivities. Hunter, welcome in, and that's just Angels again. What have we got going here? I think again the Echo's sentiment is a win here tonight for the Oilers goes a long dang ways. Would be absolutely fantastic to see the Oilers get a big win, and we'll see what ends up happening. JR, welcome in as well. We're just going through the anthems right now, and we should be almost set for tonight's hockey game, friends. Coolid, welcome in. And we are just this close to getting things going tonight. Sorry, it's been a long pregame. Obviously, I scheduled the stream for 6:15. If I would have known it was going to take this long, I would have scheduled the stream for about 6:25. But we'll take the fact that we've got ourselves already up over 3 minutes and 16 average view duration here on the stream tonight, and I wonder how much this Rogers Place crowd will come alive for the Canadian anthem. And here we go. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Yep, there's quite a buzz in the building here for the national anthem being sung at Rogers Place on Military Appreciation Night here, Canadian Armed Forces Appreciation Night, whatever the Oilers have dubbed it. It's a pretty big night for the Edmonton Oilers and obviously the community. There's a lot of great military community around the Edmonton area, obviously coming from Cold Lake, Fort Wing Cold Lake. There's a lot there, history as well, and a lot of my childhood spent around the military at the Grand Central Hotel, obviously for years being involved in Maple Flag and living and working with and having friends in the military, and it's great to see the Oilers and every other NHL team for that matter do a night like this every night, and obviously great to see what the Oilers do year in, year out for it. So here we go. We got just again, I'll recap before we get into the pregame ceremony stuff that I'm sure is coming as O Canada comes to an end here on the live stream I'm watching. Clean Costin is in. Stuart Skinner is the goaltender tonight. Swayman is the goaltender for Boston. And the Oilers are coming off of a bad loss against the Columbus Blue Jackets. That's where we sit. And I'm wondering, will we have a ceremonial puck drop? Looks like we might. No, we will not have a ceremonial puck drop on the live stream, at least. I don't know if it was done in the building prior to the game, but we will instead have Swayman take the net for the Boston Bruins, and here we go. We will get going here. Jeremy Swayman, 14-4-4 record, 234 goals against average, and a .916 save percentage this season with 2 shutouts. Friends in net for the Edmonton Oilers tonight, it is Stuart Skinner, who has been rocking a pretty solid year as well. 15-12-4 record, 290 goals against average, and a .912 save percentage. So here we go. Let's get this going, boys. Let's get rocking and rolling, and just go win us a hockey game if you could, boys in orange, blue, and white tonight. The Oilers at center ice, ready to take the face-off, and the Bruins tie it up. Bergeron loses the face-off to McDavid, but it's immediately batted ahead by Cody Ceci, who will have to go chasing it all the way down to Stuart Skinner after the Bruins fired in. A turnover high in the zone by the Oilers. Shot comes in. It's blocked in front. Mishandled there by Darnell Nurse, and now off and running the Oilers trying to get this out of the zone. Nurse will tip it up to Yamamoto. He'll battle it ahead. The Bruins will get it back into possession in their own end and play it ahead. Tipped in there and down onto Stuart Skinner for the second time in 30 seconds. The Oilers will try and break out of their own end. Another tip in there at center ice goes up and out of play. And the Bruins will play Bergeron, Marchand, and Jake DeBrusk on the top line. So there we go. That'll be what you are going to see tonight, is Jake DeBrusk. Louis' kid gets featuring high in this hockey game's lineup, and this one a nice play there by Stuart Skinner, and it looks like we've got already one questionable play out of the Bruins and Oilers early on. And here we go. Let's get this going, as it's going to be chipped in off the center ice face-off into the Bruins zone. The Oilers obviously with 12 forwards tonight. The shot, Barry, the rebound off of Swayman goes to the far side boards. Fogle goes battling there, and it'll come back to center ice where it'll be chased down by Barry across to Janmark. Janmark bounces it off the boards. Nice dodge there by Ryan McLeod, who will have Warren Fogle play it down deep into the zone. The Oilers' third line getting to work, fourth line, whatever you want to call them. And this one will go back up towards the center of the zone. Comes to the near side boards, turned over. A chance now for Ryan McLeod. He fires the shot up over top of Swayman. Rebound comes out wildly in front, but a chance is right back behind the net. And the Bruins able to break out of their own zone with a quick 1-2 pass and dump it in. It's deflected there. The camera's absolutely sleeping. Eventually it comes to the Bruins at the blue line, and they'll carry in the shot. Blasted on net by Carlo. Saved by Stuart Skinner, and now a chance for Leon Draisaitl, who will drag up at the blue line. He'll go looking for a backhand passing option. He doesn't get one, so he plays it down low, and now up to Evan Bouchard. The shot comes in, tipped in front by Hyman. It can't go back of the net, so here we go. This one, Evan Bouchard will go across at the blue line to his D partner, and now Philip Broberg activates. Bouchard loses the handle, gets back into the play immediately though, and the Oilers just bobbled a chance there to get some sustained zone pressure. Leon Draisaitl with the puck in his own end. Stretch pass. The Oilers have a mini partial breakaway. Scores! Just like that, 17:43 in. Captain Connor McDavid scores the first goal of the game, and a stretch pass from Leon Draisaitl finds McDavid on the partial break to put the Oilers up 1-0. Just like that, the Oilers get it going. And what a play there from Draisaitl. Head up the whole way. McDavid just over the bench, camping at the blue line. Puts it right past Swayman and puts it home for the 1-0 lead. Don't mind me. The Oilers getting into it early and hopefully holding on to it early here, as that was a big time goal for the Oilers and a big time get right there. We don't mind that. A big start for the Oilers against the Bruins. A much needed big start for the Oilers here, scoring the first goal. And now Darnell Nurse off the opening face-off following the goal will backhand it over to Vinny Desharnais. He wasn't ready, back in front, and just like that, the turnover costs him. Nosek scores for the Bruins, and it is 1-1 just like that with 17:30 to go. And now all of a sudden this one may be going to turn into that classic I was talking about. I wanted a good hockey game tonight, and we might just get exactly that. The Bruins get to work, dump it in. The Oilers lose a battle as it just goes around the boards off of Vinny Desharnais. They can never really get back into position. A great tip pass past Nurse right back into the slot for Nosek. And look at that, just a beauty of a chip pass, and it goes right back door for Nosek to put glove side on Stuart Skinner. And that was maybe more of a battle that just got lost, but hey, we'll take it. It's 1-1, and the Oilers aren't down 2-0 after the first two goals of the game. So we're off for an absolute run in this one as Leon Draisaitl once again picks up the puck in his own zone. He's going to turn it over to the Boston Bruins. Here comes Pasternak. Nice recovery by the Oilers to deny Bergeron in front. And Kyle Yamamoto will play it down the ice and allow Nugent Hopkins to get in on the attack. Now Yamamoto plays it over to Draisaitl. Draisaitl goes to the far point. The shot comes in, swallowed up by Swayman. It's 16:56 to go here in this first period of play, and we've already had a heck of a hockey game to start, and the shots are only 3-2. I am loving every minute out of this. Don't mind me. I am here for it tonight. Like I said, I want a good one. I wanted a classic between these two teams, and so far we've gotten a pretty good classic as Bergeron pushes down Draisaitl just on a bad edge, and this one goes right through the slot as Bergeron whiffs on the one-timer. And the Oilers are looking to try and get things going here as this one will go for a face-off at center ice. In the Bruins zone, sorry. I don't know why I was saying center ice. Shot comes down from the Oilers off the face-off win. Chopped there by Warren Foegele. Nifty move to try and get it to the middle. Couldn't do it. Draisaitl's got 53 assists on the year. Connor McDavid's got something like 48 goals. And this one's going to go back into the offensive zone for the Bruins, who will push the Oilers defense around. But it'll be battled up again up to the blue line where the Bruins turn it over. They'll play it down low and get to work here. The one-timer option for Krejci. He's denied there. And this one will come back out as the Oilers will get to work on the offensive side of the ice. The Bruins, though, pick up the puck. They're going D to D. Orlov's got the puck. Guts it up through the middle. Chipped in there by the Bruins. And this one will go around behind the boards. Back for the Oilers to pick up possession. They'll get out of their own zone cleanly that time. And Ceci leads into the Bruins' end. This one shot up off the glass. I thought that went out of play, but never mind. As this one's going to bobble around the Bruins' zone a little bit. They're able to chop it out. And here's this one coming back down into Stuart Skinner, who will play it around the boards to Darnell Nurse. Again, another clean zone exit for the Oilers, who have got Connor McDavid breaking wide on the near side. Back to Cody Ceci, across to Darnell Nurse. The shot comes in. Looking for the tip in front was Nurse on that shot. Couldn't get it from Zach Hyman. And the Bruins just tie him up and allow themselves to exit the zone yet again. This puck bobbles all the way down to Stuart Skinner, who will be forced to cover it up. It looks like we've got some Bruins fans joining us for the first time on the stream. How do you do, friends? It's a 1-1 hockey game between the Oilers and Bruins here with 15:26 to go in this first period of play. It's been a good game so far. Here we go. Let me see if I can't... They're talking about Brad Marchand going directly down the tunnel tonight already. So that's what that little mischief there earlier in the game was about. Brad Marchand has headed down the tunnel. 15:26 to go here in this first period of play, friends, as we are just about set for the face-off in the Oilers zone. It's down. Connor McDavid loses it, and the Bruins will win it back to the blue line, play it along the wing. Here's Pasternak's shot, blocked in front. The Oilers get Hyman. He'll battle it back to center ice, and then all the way down off a Bruins stick into the Bruins end. This one goes back to Carlo, who will play it across to the near side to DeBrusk. Gets chipped into the Oilers' end. And we are 2 points behind the Kings, by the way, entering action tonight. Cody Ceci battling along the side of the net against some Bruins, as there's three of them on the near side of the ice. And this one now, Leon Draisaitl will go along the boards back to Cody Ceci. Ceci plays it ahead, and that will not be enough to get it out as the Bruins once again fire it down to Stuart Skinner, who fires it again to Ceci. And the Oilers will again try to break out cleanly. This time they do. And Clean Costin out there on the ice. He will get a massive hit. Oh my goodness. Clean Costin just sent a man flying into the boards. The Oilers able to keep this puck in. They're going to get to work here. Leon Draisaitl pumps a shot on net. It's blocked by Nosek. The shot comes down, misses wide. And Nosek will pick this one up and get it out of the zone. But my goodness, what an absolute unreal play there by Clean Costin. A massive hit to absolutely send a Bruins player flying. And now all of a sudden Yamamoto's going to try and hustle for a puck here. Little legs working hard, and he comes up almost with a turnover for the Oilers. And the Bruins not able to break out of their zone cleanly, have to reset for a brief moment as Orlov couldn't play that puck ahead. And the Oilers playing a pretty solid game here so far against the Bruins, not being intimidated so far. As this one will go back the other way for the Oilers. Yes, Puljujarvi plays it in. First time I've noticed him on the ice tonight as Fogle gets in deep on the rush as well. And now just battling into the slot, the Bruins are able to come up with the puck in their own end and fire it back into the neutral. Krejci carries ahead, looking for the pass across, couldn't get it going. And with 13:26 to go, both teams engaged in a 1-1 hockey game. Pastrnak gets pushed down by Vinny Desharnais, and the physical edge in this game has been here early so far through the first 7 minutes. And I'd like the Oilers to keep running, show a little bit more, and keep going to bat for each other and, well, going to bat against the Bruins as well. They want to be the big bad Bruins. We can be just as bad if we commit to the game. And the Oilers just battling at center ice here with the Bruins as Darnell Nurse leads into Tyson Barrie. Barrie one-hands it around the boards to Zach Hyman, who will look for this pass to Connor McDavid near side back. Barrie one-timer up in the slot, hits Hyman in the shin pads, and then Jeremy Swayman makes a glove save to keep this one 2-1 with 12:40 to go. The Bruins getting out of their zone. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins able to battle the puck off of Frederick. And this one will come back to Tyson Barrie in his own end. He'll make a quick pass over to Connor McDavid, who sets up like it's a power play here. He's cutting in the middle. There's some McDavid magic, but he loses the handle on it on the pass back to the blue line, missing his man there. This one's dumped back down to Swayman with 12:16 to go in this first period of play. Quickly played ahead. And this one, Ryan McLeod will pick up the puck, play it across, and the Oilers will go back the other way towards the Bruins' blue line. Both teams battle there, and it's a quick play back into the Bruins' end as this one, a big hit there by Janmark, kind of just jostles up Forbert, and then another big hit thrown there by the Oilers. I think the player left his feet there, whoever that was, but again, I think the Oilers very well physically engaged in this hockey game early on in the first 9-ish minutes of this one. Kulak, a quick play. The pace has been phenomenal, and I hope I'm doing a good enough job to give you an accurate description as this one batted down by the Bruins. They'll come back, rushing the other way. Zaka turns it back. He's knocked down, or sorry, somebody was knocked down by Evan Bouchard, and the Oilers back the other way, 2-on-1. Nice pickup by Bouchard across. Oh my goodness! Who just missed an empty net? And I think it's Kyler Yamamoto. Evan Bouchard with, I think, the best pass I have seen him make all season long. And Kyler Yamamoto just missed An open net. You are kidding me right there. 11:06 to go. The Oilers able to chop it down at the blue line. Evan Bouchard will pick it up and he'll get back into the offensive end. The Oilers offside though. Yamamoto offside by a few inches. And this one back to the Oilers blue line. A nice lead pass across. Here's DeBrusk, shot as Krejci can't get it behind the net after it deflects wide. And the Oilers will lift this one to center ice again. And here comes down the wing Tyson Barrie, battling for this puck. Puljujarvi comes in, throws a thunderous hit along the boards, and now the Oilers will again pick up this puck. Klim Costin rips a shot. Puljujarvi couldn't find it in his feet, and here comes Puljujarvi behind the net trying to play it in front again. He turns it over, and the Oilers just again doing best to hit the body, make some plays, and just not allow the time or space for the Boston Bruins. And the Oilers fanatic telling me that Yamamoto officially included in the Ekholm trade. Yeah, when you look at that miss there from Yamamoto, that was brutal. And this one comes back for the Oilers in their own zone. Vinny Desharnais is going to play this one ahead. Not such a great pass, but the Oilers able to battle through and make something of it, as this one not so good for the Oilers on that breakout attempt, but it is what it is. This one back up the Oilers camera operator tonight. They must have the C-grade guy because he's not doing so hot. But hey, everybody's got to learn somehow. The Oilers offside, tipped in by the Bruins. And this one goes on down to Stuart Skinner. And this one will be played around the boards and back up high in the O zone for the Bruins. Tipped down there by Orlov. And the Bruins will get to work with Patrice Bergeron, backhanding it along the boards. The Oilers able to come up with it briefly. Hyman plays it back to his D-man, Vinny Desharnais, who gets it across, and now a shot into the neutral zone for the Oilers by Nugent Hopkins. Another shot there. The Bruins, potentially too many men, but crowd screaming for a penalty and not going to get it as Bergeron walks across the blue line, fires a shot towards the net. The Oilers are right now actually out shooting the Boston Bruins by all metrics here, 4-3. And looking good doing it here so far. 8:53 to go in the first period. Shot towards the net. Pasternak had Mr. Stuart Skinner leaning but couldn't get it going. Janmark plays it to the far side. Darnell Nurse will retreat after thinking about going up. Lindbaum will fire it into the zone. The Oilers able to turn it over and lift it back into the neutral here. Both teams all of a sudden settling into a grinded out game. And something, my friends, is wrong with Leon Draisaitl's skates. Yeah, that's not a good look there for Leon Draisaitl on that chance. A wicked wrister, there by the Bruins. Doesn't end up going to the back of the net, and now back the other way. Leon Draisaitl to Connor McDavid. The shot blocked in front. The Oilers still battling for that puck. Can't seem to get it going. But this one coming again. Blocked there by the Bruins, and now 8:04 to go. The Oilers able to turn it over. Connor McDavid back on the rush again. Hops off of a Bruins skates and goes back the other way. The pace in this one has been phenomenal, friends. I cannot tell you how much I have appreciated the Oilers coming to play here in the first 13 minutes of this hockey game. Here comes Connor McDavid again, busting through the middle to the backhand. Leon Draisaitl just about had it, but somehow McAvoy chopped it back over to Swayman, and we'll have a stoppage in play right here. And I got to see what's going on here with this text message. All right, buddy, I can do that. I can do that, Jordo. I can do that. No problem. I'll send you a lame text, but I'll give you a good shout out. And the Oilers, my friends, coming to play tonight. Just as an indication here what this means for me so far tonight, friends. Just an idea. I always give you a watch time update here on the stream. Generally speaking, we're trying to hit 50 hours. Well, just so you know, we are already up at this point in the live stream, up to 65.83 hours watched on the stream tonight. Thank you, Bruins fans, Oilers fans, everybody tuning in tonight. Really appreciate you being along for the ride. It's been great, and what I'd love to have you do right now, we're this close to trade deadline day. You think this live stream's fun, trade deadline stream's going to be fun as well. I'd love to have you hit that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV. First time asking in the stream tonight. If you'd be so kind, if you're new to the channel, to stick around, that would be greatly appreciated. We've got a video coming out post-game as well, so stay tuned for that. And Jordo, hey, look at that. Mention the man, and he's throwing down $3 on the stream just when I was going to throw an ad. We'll go ad free throughout the first period, thanks to George. coming in there and giving us the $3 on the dono, coming through in the clutch. And friends, that is fantastic. Anytime. I never actually have proper words to say thank you, because it's something that, 10 years ago would you ever imagined, but here we are. Anyway, friends, we're just on commercial break. And I think we're all with you, Voosh, on we're surprised Yamamoto missed that. That was rough. I can't believe Kyler Yamamoto missed that. And most wins in first 58 games in NHL history. The Boston Bruins with 45 in 2023 so far. The Washington Capitals 15-16 with 44, and the Tampa Bay Lightning with 18-19 with 43. Anyway, friends, we are set for a face-off in the Bruins' end. Derek Ryan out there taking it with Klim Costin and Jesse Puljujärvi. That's how heavily Connor McDavid and company have been used here and featured in this first period. But the Oilers doing their best to get things going so far. And here we go. Jesse Puljujärvi will come into the face-off dot against Nosek. He'll lose it, obviously. That's a given. I don't expect Jesse Puljujärvi to win that face-off right there. Fired in by Darnell Nurse down to Jeremy Swayman. 7:33 to go in this first period, and this puck goes wide to the Bruins, and they'll fire it into the Oilers' end. A nice attempt there by Broberg to disrupt the play. Needs to be a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger to make that play. Puck comes all the way into the slot, though. Dangerous opportunity. Puck fired across. Shot comes on down to Stuart Skinner, and he will make the save here to stop play with 7:14 to go. So you didn't capitalize on the offensive zone face-off draw. So now if you're the Edmonton Oilers, you got to make sure you capitalize on the defensive zone draw. That is for sure. And here we go, friends. The Oilers will take the face-off. 5 for the shots. Like, the shots are not that crazy after this much of the first period being gone. And obviously the Oilers have the shot edge so far, so that's pretty crazy as well. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins takes the face-off against Protiri Bergeron, who gets waved out in favor of Jake DeBrusk. It'll be Nugent-Hopkins ready to set. He's down on the ice, and he will win it back for the Oilers D-man Cody Ceci, who will go back up the ice off the glass and play it into the middle of the ice, where Kyler Yamamoto is able to pick it up, get it back to the blue line, and now a chance here for the Oilers to set something up as Yamamoto goes on down to Nugent-Hopkins, back to Yamamoto, and then back to Nugent-Hopkins. And this puck bounces around here and back into the neutral ice as everybody's looking for it. Ceci's able to come up with it. He'll play it across to Darnell Nurse, and we got 6:45 to go in this first period of play as Ceci will wrap this puck over to Darnell Nurse. He'll play it right up the gut to Nugent-Hopkins, who takes down 2 Bruin attackers, one to the ice and one takes over the puck from him. And now a chance here for Krejci to pick this one up. Still seems weird to see Krejci in that 46 in the Bruins sweater, but great to see him back in the NHL after his absence the other year. And now a chance for the Oilers to try and finish off this heavy check in their own zone. Nugent-Hopkins looking to finish the shift positively. Nice play to regain the puck for the time being, but now Krejci with it again along the boards, and the Oilers absolutely playing a playoff game here against the Bruins. I don't think there's any other way to play them. A turnover at the blue line, though. Nice play there by Nurse to seal off his man. Ceci gets to work, and I think Ceci's had a pretty good game, all things considered, for him over his past 5. Although a nice play there to separate Darnell Nurse from the puck, and then a good pickup here by Zach Hyman as the ice absolutely opens up. And Hyman will chip it down into the Bruins' end. On the forecheck, Ryan McLeod gets there. 5:37 to go here in the first period. Puck goes across the ice, deflected into the Oilers' bench. And that will be a stoppage in play, my friends. The Oilers, a .500 record, 2-2-3 in the last 7 games. Looking to get a big victory tonight and obviously try and do something here. So that's where we sit after a few minutes of this hockey game, is the Oilers and the Bruins in a 1-1 tie, really having themselves a great game, and I'm really enjoying the heck out of this one. You can hear it in my voice. I am excited. I don't know if too many of you know how my excited voice sounds, but it sounds exactly like this, and that's what I'm not minding. So it's Connor McDavid's 49th goal of the season from Leon Draisaitl. Odds are that Connor McDavid will get his 50th tonight, and it will probably be a pretty big one. And Thomas Nosek gets his 4th from Garnett Hathaway and Dmitry Orlov, the new recruits from the Washington Capitals. The shots are 5-4 after this much of the first period, and well, the hits are 10-9 in favor of the Oilers. The face-offs are 5-3 in favor of the Oilers. And guess what? The giveaways are 6-5. That's what happens when two good teams go at it. You force each other to make mistakes. The takeaways are minimal, and the blocked shots are 6-4 in favor of the Boston Bruins. That's where we're sitting after pretty much almost maybe one period of play, as it kind of gets all together here, wrapped up in my brain. Sorry, I've been talking a lot of words and I need to take a breath, so give me a sec. Okay, a breath feels good. That felt really good to get a breath in there. And yeah, we're off and running with a pretty good hockey game so far. I think it's been pretty good. Zachariah, welcome in. Boston, welcome in. CFL, welcome in. Terry, welcome in. And Searching, welcome in as well. I think that's, we haven't said too many highs on the stream yet tonight, but trust me, the intermission is coming up soon, and we'll have everybody's welcomes in here in a matter of moments. I promise you that much. But right now, friends, just another update on that watch time. We're already up to 85. Four Wing Military Resource Center. That one straight out of Cold Lake, Alberta right there. Four Wing represent. 5:26 to go here in this first period of play. The Oilers have come to play. They've got their boots on, and they're doing their work against the Boston Bruins, who have this puck they're carrying across center. They're into the Oilers zone. This one will be fired on down deep into the Oilers' end as both teams go to work in the near side corner trying to come up with this puck. It'll be played over there by Yamamoto to Draisaitl, then up to McDavid, who tries to thread the needle to Kyler Yamamoto, but instead turns it over, and here come the Bruins the other way, and that is just a defensive gaffe there by the Oilers. Some great passing by the Bruins, but they are now down 2-1 are the Edmonton Oilers. Whew, that was ugly right there, but I mean, Stuart Skinner might have had a chance to save. I need to see a replay. That all starts with a bad Connor McDavid turnover, and then Brett Kulak gets beat inside out, and just lazy back check there as well by the Oilers as Marcus Foligno skates all alone in on Stuart Skinner. Look at this lazy back check there by Leon Draisaitl, and that ends up in the back of our net. So a couple of things not going the Oilers' way on that one. And 4:53 to go. We're down 2-1 after scoring the first goal. I know somebody did mention, don't score the first goal, whatever you do, because that's going to doom us. And that's kind of the situation here. Stuart Skinner continues to get shelled here in this first period as that puck just skated through the crease. The Bruins back at the blue line now as Fogle tries to turn this puck over at the Bruins blue line. They're trying their best, or the Oilers, here to get back in this game, and Ryan McLeod will fire it around the boards with 4:27 to go here in this period. And the Oilers getting back to the forecheck, and here comes Ryan McLeod looking for a shooting lane. He doesn't have one against Swayman. Plays it over to Janmark, back up high, and the Oilers miss the pass. Marchand now back on the ice after being off the ice for pretty much all of this first period. A chance here for the Bruins. They come flying down the wing, denied by Stuart Skinner, tie up behind the net. And this one will be played here by Fogle. Can't get the puck off the boards. Now he does. And with 3:56 to go, he's just trying to get to center ice to flip it in and go for a line change. The Bruins 7-5 in the shot department. You got to remember the Oilers were up 5-3 or 4-3 in the shot department a moment ago. So the Bruins starting to dictate the play a little bit here in the back half of this first period to some extent. And the Oilers obviously not helping themselves out with some miscues and some gaffes on their own end of the ice. As here's Nugent Hopkins playing it here to Zach Hyman. Hyman will cut to the backhand, look for an opportunity to get it back to Nugent Hopkins. He'll pivot and spin off the check. And now this one will be played down the boards by Broberg. Bounces in front on Swayman. The Oilers' Vinny Desharnais plays it back to Nugent Hopkins, who tips it down to Hyman. Hyman looks for this puck back to Nugent Hopkins. Shot from the side of the net, doesn't go anywhere. Broberg tries to keep it in. Took a bad path, couldn't keep it in, and 3:06 to go. The Oilers turn it over at the blue line to Pasternak. He'll get it across, but to nobody, and this one again goes into the middle of the ice. Zach Hyman just got absolutely leveled, but Klim Kostin's going to play it ahead off the broken stick on the ice, and the Bruins will be able to turn it over and fire it in. Far side wing, 2:46 to go as Tyson Berry plays this one up to Kyler Yamamoto. He's going to be able to bust away from the check and no check for a second, but that'll go back into Bruins possession, and they'll flip it over the broken stick back in on Evan Bouchard, who gets taken into the boards there by the Bruins, who picked up the physicality here in this period as well as it's gone on. Charlie Coyle circles at the blue line. Connor McDavid blows an edge. I don't know what's going on with the Oilers blowing edges here early on, but that's kind of what they're doing, blowing edges and blowing leads. But here we go. This puck played to Connor McDavid, who will skate it across and, well, get it ahead over to the far side. Draisaitl battling that broken stick that's interfered with about 3 of the plays up ice here for the Oilers, it feels like. Bouchard goes to push Marchand off the puck. Can't do it. Finally, McDavid takes him down. The Oilers battling along the boards, trying to find it free. And Bouchard's going to play it off the boards there, trying to get it across. Tipped on. Can't get it going. $1:49 to go. I guess the Oilers are going 11-7. My bad. And here's first period to go. And both players going along the boards. Marchand there trying to free it. And now Connor McDavid has the puck, and he will get it across the ice up to Matthias Janmark, who is healthily offside on that play. And there's Marchand looking on after that one. But the Oilers doing their best to try and stay with the Bruins on this one. And they've been, to some extent, struggling here in the back half. Leafs, it has been Connor McDavid who scored his 49th of the season for the Edmonton Oilers. And it's Nosek and Foligno with the goals for the Boston Bruins here in this one. Nick Foligno from Charlie Coyle. Nick Foligno's 10th of the year, Charlie Coyle's 20th of the season. So you'd like to see the Oilers' depth maybe step up and start scoring some goals here. For sure. And obviously they've been doing it over the past few games, so why not try and get it done against the Boston Bruins? But friends, just to give you another update of the watch time before I send you the subscribe commercial, is just as we sit right now, we are up already. It's not even the end of the first period, and we're at 101 hours watched on the stream, so we've already crushed off the goal. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to myself to sit here and say, if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I'd love to have you aboard, whether you're a Bruins fan, Oilers fan, Rangers fan, whatever you are tuning in to tonight's hockey game. I'd love to have you aboard. We talk Oilers every day. There is some big stuff coming down the pipe at the end of March, hopefully. Just waiting to sign off on the paperwork. So if you'd be so kind to stick around, if you're liking the play-by-play, if you love the flow of the game here, definitely would love to have you aboard for sure. So as we're just sitting here, don't think there's much else to really add other than we'll take a look at the subscribers and tell you what I'm looking to add to. This channel currently, Dolynny TV, at 10,881 subscribers on the year. So there we go. That's where we're at. And Mark, well, I echo your sentiment. I can't. Copyright restrictions do prevent me from showing off the stream that I'm watching, so that is where we're sitting, unfortunately. But it is where we're at right now. I'll do my best to keep you informed on what's happening with this Oilers game the rest of the way home. But I wish I could share the game, absolutely. But copyright restrictions are what they are. The Oilers line up outside of the Bruins zone. And here's the face-off. One back by Ryan McLeod. Fired in by the Oilers. We got $1:30 to go here in the first period. And the Oilers are going to try and get things going here off of the Bruins regrouping out of their own zone. Fired in by Pasternak. Now Stuart Skinner will play it across. Nice spin move by Ryan McLeod. And there we go. Appreciate it. As this one's going to go back to the blue line. But the Oilers turn it over there. Pasternak fires a shot. Nice save by Stuart Skinner, who's had a rough night so far, but no help from his defense, that's for sure, as here comes Ryan McLeod across the blue line. The Oilers fire the shot. Swayman swallows it up and pushes it into the corner. And we got exactly 50 seconds to play here in this first period. Darnell Nurse at the blue line will fire it in, rip it around the boards and all the way over to Charlie McAvoy, who runs into his own guy. And now a chance to the middle for the Oilers. What a kick save there by Jeremy Swayman, point blank, on Connor McDavid. That was a $10 kind of deal just in terms of the pressure of the game. Could have changed the game on the complexion. And here's another chance here for Leon Draisaitl to fire it in. And another broken stick on the ice. You're loving to see it. There's a lot of action happening all over the ice. There's broken blade in the middle slot area and then a stick in the corner. And the Oilers getting to work here with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl on the ice. Cody Ceci fires it into traffic. The Oilers see it chopped down by the Bruins. 6 seconds to go here in this first period of play. Looking for a play. Ceci over to Nurse, shooting the puck, and it will go up and out of play. And that will be the end of this first period of play, friends. The Oilers and Bruins tied for most of the period, but end up the Oilers going down 2-1 to finish it off. And that's where we sit after one period of play. Friends, the scoring summary, we'll get that. I'll go refill the water cup and we'll get back to it. But it's Connor McDavid from Leon Draisaitl, Thomas Nosek from Hathaway and Orlov, and then Nick Foligno from Coyle and Orlov as well. And that's where we sit, friends. It's 2-1 after one period of play. I'm Tyson, this Dolynny TV. Thank you so much for being here. Good evening, Tim. Good evening, Christoph. But before we get too far, I'm going to throw up the subscribe graphic. I'm going to go head for a cup of water and a bathroom break, and I'll be right back to get things rolling for the first period intermission, where we'll just open up the discussion and talk about the trades and stuff here in a matter of moments. I can tell you this much, friends, as we get set for the first period intermission. This is going to be, unless things absolutely drastically change in the next little bit, the live stream of the season here on Dolynny TV. I will tell you that much as for sure. But as we get rolling, friends, welcome to Dolynny TV. Thank you for being aboard this evening. Really appreciate you being here. The Oilers just absolutely played a fantastic period of hockey. A couple of big gaffes, but hey, you're down 2-1 instead of down 4-0 against the Bruins. So that's a pretty big get as well. We're not moving too bad out there tonight, and the Oilers obviously engaged physically and having a pretty good game. So we'll enjoy that. And as it is right now, it looks like Ken Holland does want to do something at the trade deadline, so hopefully trades are coming for the Edmonton Oilers here soon. But a little bit of something in my throat. But as we are at right now, friends, the Oilers will be back here hopefully on the TV set in the next 15 or so minutes. Diego, welcome in, and Michael's upset, as was I, about the Ken Holland comment on Ken Holland comment on Evander Kane earlier tonight, saying he will be a trade deadline acquisition for them. And Salome, I'm rooting for the right team. Well, trust me, I got it all right here, right? I got it absolutely set up for tonight for sure. And Danilo, you're betting on over 6 goals tonight. Greetings from Chile. I would assume that this Oilers game, if it at all opens up in the second period, will hit that. Obviously, the Bruins and Oilers could just engage in a kind of period we had, and this could be the only goal scoring the rest of the way home. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It could be a very interesting rest of the way home here. As for the Oilers, if they don't score another goal, obviously they lose. But for the Oilers, if they play a 2-1 game against the Boston Bruins and all the goal scoring happens in the first period, that's a pretty big accomplishment as well. So don't mind me there. That could be interesting. But yeah, as we sit right now, friends, we're just kind of getting things set for this first period intermission to come to a conclusion. Obviously, I ran up, got things done pretty quickly here, so we don't have to worry about that too much. But let's see what we got going on here. We got to take your pick. Who are your top 3 picks for MVP this season? If everybody doesn't unanimously have Connor McDavid in there somewhere, we're going to have an absolute headache in my head tonight. And it looks like David Pastrnak, Linus Ullmark, and Connor McDavid are Cassie Campbell-Pascal's 3 picks, which I think I could say that's probably fair, considering I don't know much about what David Pastrnak has done this season, but I think it would be fair to assume he's probably had a pretty good season if the Bruins are 45, 8, and 5 this year. And as it just kind of all comes together, two friends, we're absolutely crushing along tonight on the live stream. Thank you for being here. I don't think I can be I don't think I can really just sit here and not say that I'm appreciative of everybody tuning in. 140 views on a stream is usually when we hit that last 10 minutes of the stream, so pretty incredible to see what we're doing already early tonight. And J-Dog's tuning in from Australia, and excited to see them head out there that way. And Roger Marchand got tied up with Darnell Nurse exiting the zone earlier in the first period. He's back on the ice now. I don't know if he's left the game for reasons after. I don't know, but as it is right now, things are looking okay for Brad Marchand after having a rough start to that first period of play. And Salome Connor McDavid has a total of 1 goal, the Oilers' lone goal in this hockey game. And things are coming along, I think, for this hockey game, right? The Oilers needed a good first period, couple of bad gaffes, but hey, when you can blame the plays on yourself as opposed to the Bruins just absolutely beating up on you, that's not a bad thing at all. So I'm just going to, for the first time all night, send you guys a quick ad. Let me know if you get it. Let's throw it in the chat there. Let me know, and then we know that's working. Hopefully not too many more of those the rest of the way home, but we'll see what ends up coming of it, as I doubt I will have too much time to throw ads up when the Oilers are absolutely playing the way they did there in that first period of play. That's for sure. And yeah, Connor McDavid was definitely a lot at fault on that second second Boston Bruins goal. I would say I would not fault him, if you know what I mean. I can't do the double negative properly, but you get where I'm going. And we're absolutely set up for a very good second period of hockey, I'd say. And if you haven't had a chance yet, friends, if you could drop a like on the stream, let some other people know that this is a good hockey stream to tune into, that would be greatly appreciated. We're at 48 likes right now. No reason why, with 115 people tuning in live, we couldn't be upwards of 75, 80. But that's kind of where we're sitting right now. And as it gets going pertaining to the Boston Bruins, I think they're odds-on favorites to go out there and obviously do something in the Stanley Cup playoffs, probably make it to the Stanley Cup final as per Zachariah's comment there. But I would say I wouldn't even venture a guess, because I don't want to be out here cursing anything for either team that I would be sitting here saying anything. And Alana as well, coming in from Australia, hoping for the Oilers Magic. Here's the thing, friends. What I've recently discovered on Dolynny TV is my friends over on the other side of the world that are living literally in tomorrow are pretty avid fans of the Oilers here on the channel. So I'm really appreciative of everybody tuning in from all over the world. And I mean, we can play that game now, or we can play that game in the second period intermission, whatever floats your boat. Whenever it's more styled to when you guys want to have the chat, but. I definitely love playing the where you tuning in from game on every live stream, because we get some answers from dead set Edmonton all the way to New Zealand, Australia, Thailand, Chile, as we've had in the stream already tonight, Brazil, a place like Costa Rica, sitting on the beach watching the Oilers play. Obviously, too, South Africa's been in the chat before. We've had it all over the world, so I'd love to play that game at some point, but we don't have to play that game as of yet. We can play that game a little bit later, but we are just waiting for this first intermission to wrap up here, and then we can get on with our lives here in a little bit and see what happens here. And Michael, I would not go cursing Mr. Stuart Skinner like that, saying it's going on. And Holding, you have money on the game. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in and spending that with me, because I know there for a week or two, about a month ago, we had this crazy hot streak going. Anybody that put in what they were betting on the chat was just cashing left, right, and center. So that was a pretty crazy little streak we had there during the Oilers' run of awesomeness. And now it's looking like we could pretty much maybe hopefully start doing that again. I don't know. It all depends on what the bets are. We're just waiting to get things going here in this second period. I'm itching. Literally, you see me scratching my arm. I'm itching to get back to hockey here, because that was a really fun first period. And even though I'm upset at the Oilers for giving up the first two goals there against the Bruins, I don't mind it at all. It's not going to upset me too much. And as we're sitting here, Jeff, you're still today here in Colorado. Hey, that's all right. We can work with today here in Colorado. Isn't Colorado actually on the same time as Edmonton? I believe so. Or are they different mountain time? I think so, but couldn't tell you. Anyway, slow to answer your question quick. I would say Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is the easy, obvious answer. If you're an Oilers fan like me, you're cheering hard for the guy that's been here the longest and deserves the cup the most for the Oilers. So we'll see what ends up coming from him here in the playoffs this year. And Joe, you're tuning in from South Jersey, about 45 minutes from the Philadelphia Sports Complex Arena. I don't know where all that, like the eastern seaboard of the United States confuses me so much. Everything's way closer than it is here in Alberta. 6 hours home to Cold Lake, and it's a long ways on a map. If you look on a map how far Cold Lake and Calgary are apart, it's a long drive, and I've done that one way too many times over the last several years, but hey, we'll keep doing it here sometime soon at the end of March. I promise you that much, as we'll get up there and hopefully call some hockey here live on Dolynny TV. It would be a really fun time if we could get that going. Let's see here. MDM, do I think yes, he's staying 100% or he's going to get the boot? I think no matter what, yes, Puljujarvi is done in Edmonton after the end of the season, right? I don't know if he's traded at the deadline or if he's out at the end of the year, but he will be gone pretty much here soon. Looks like the live money line for MGM Grand there, or whatever, Bet MGM, is locked here. 5-2 for the Senators over Detroit right now as it sits in that period. And that's where we sit, friends. And right now, just waiting for this first intermission to wrap up. I really don't like the Monday night intermissions. Not a big fan of trying to make it feel somewhat like Hockey Night in Canada. I don't think it really has any appeal. It is where we are at right now, just having to suffer through an intermission. And this one goes back. So this is Vegas and Colorado. This is a big game. We need a Colorado win here. And it looks like we have got a 1-0 lead for Colorado early on in this hockey game. That's huge. We need a Colorado win, and maybe we should go scoreboard watching a little bit here. Probably a good idea. Let's go do that. Scoreboard, back to it, and let's see here what we need tonight. The Canucks are up on the Stars 3-1, huge. The Bruins obviously up on the Oilers, sucks. And Ducks and Blackhawks doesn't matter. So we need the Avalanche to win this hockey game against the Vegas Golden Knights. And here, just so as you know what the standings are looking like here in a second, if I can get it to load. Standings, there we go. My internet's been a little laggy the past few days. But just so you know, wild card. And go here. The Oilers solidly in the Pacific Division with 72 points. The Winnipeg Jets and Seattle Kraken in the first and second wildcard spots with 71 and 70 points respectively, although it would take something for the Oilers to fall out of the playoffs at this point. Calgary with 66 points. So again, you even get 1 point, you're still 5 points up, or 7 points up on Calgary at this point. You're 6 right now, so keep it rolling, and you're probably looking all right if you're Edmonton. You've played 60 games, you got 22 remaining. The Winnipeg Jets with 71 points, so they're not really a threat. It's either Seattle or Edmonton down there, but again, you can tie Los Angeles and move within a point, or a win, of first place against Vegas if you can win the next 2-3 games in a row. So here we go. Excel, welcome in. And we are just waiting for this first period intermission to wrap up, friends. Sorry. It's been a long one, I feel like. It's been a really long one for some reason tonight, but we'll get through it and we'll battle through as it continues to be a great night to live stream some hockey, friends. I called it earlier. This is going to be my live stream of the year, just for reference as to how it all comes together. This is already, by metrics, one of, if not my best live streams of the 2022-2023 NHL season. But as it comes together, let me just go over here and see what I got going here live. Let's see if we can find some numbers. I guess that Colorado Avalanche Edmonton Oilers game ended up a little bit higher, but by the end of it, it should be good to go. Sam's got me in the chat here. I didn't respond to his chat, but Tampa Bay versus Edmonton went 3.4. So yeah, we're looking like we should be able to definitely outpace things here right away. That is for sure. And by the looks of it, as it just all kind of comes together here, this will be odds on the best live stream of the season outside of the ones in the preseason, which are a whole different animal because of obviously what the NHL does with live streaming rights. So there we go, friends. That's what you need to know early on in this one in the intermission. Sam, to read your comment, you don't have to put up with it. Saw you were streaming, so I thought I would jump in here and listen to some of your fine commentary. Why, thank you. I appreciate it. As we are going to go into the second period now, finally. Look, I've been waiting. I've been itching for it. And actually, skin's kind of itchy after getting outside today and having the coat undone and all that. But dry skin in southern Alberta, not really an uncommon thing. This one again, Linus Ullmark firing down the length of the ice. And Skinner also has a goalie goal, by the way, in his career in the WHL. And here we go. I hadn't seen the highlight, and he gets going there. And here we go. We should be set for this period. Linus Ullmark on the bench for the Bruins. And here we go. We are just about set for the second period. The face-off at center ice. Brad Marchand, Patrice Bergeron, Jake DeBrusk, Connor McDavid, Kailer Yamamoto, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins at at center ice. Connor McDavid wins the face-off for the time being. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins gets it back to Darnell Nurse. He'll play it ahead to Yamamoto, who tips it in. No icing call. 10 seconds into the hockey game's second period, and the Oilers are in the offensive zone getting to work. A tip off the stick of Nugent-Hopkins, though. We'll see this puck chopped down at center ice, and the Bruins will get across the Oilers' blue line. Nice play there by Ceci to seal off DeBrusk, and now Nurse will backhand it over to Kailer Yamamoto, kept in last second by Brad Marchand at the blue line. Hustling there is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins trying to get it going. He's got it down to Darnell Nurse. The battle for the puck there. Nurse takes down Marchand, and they're tied up in a little bit of stick whack in there between the two, and both of them trying to battle for this puck, and Marchand able to come away with it, bobbled over the stick in the slot of a Bruins player, and we'll go back into the Bruins end, where Brandon Carlo will get a chance here to play it ahead, and the Bruins will get across the blue line, and they're in on the attack now as both the Oilers D-man get tied up there, and it bounces up off the pad into Stuart Skinner's glove, and he will get a chance to freeze that puck. And here's Nurse and Marchand going to work, and Nurse bends him over, but then his stick gets tied up under Marchand's stick. Both of them not willing to give an inch, battling for every bit of space on the ice, tie up there for a good 5, 6, 7, 10 seconds maybe even, trying to free each other up. And Brad Marchand, 2 goals, 1 game-winning goal, and 8 shots over his past 2 games. This one a face-off win by the Oilers again. At least they've been winning face-offs in their own end, although that one quickly lost by the Oilers, and a bad play there off the boards by somebody in front. That was McLeod. And now this one will go back the other way into the middle of the ice, tipped down by the Bruins. The Oilers try to keep it alive, and now it's to Warren Foegele. Foegele will backhand, fake it over to McLeod. The wrist shot, goes on net, but denied there by Swayman. The one-timer now from Barrie into the chest of Swayman. He will cover it up with 18:24 to go here in this one. There we go. And that's hey, the same pace is following us here. And look at this one, a nice open lane for Barrie to drive that puck through, but he couldn't get it going in the net. Ace, welcome in. I think that's the only new entry into the chat here so far. SK's back in. Yeah, you'd like to see Gags or Hall for the Cup. Excellent choices. I think Eberle for the Cup would be fun too, despite Seattle winning it, unfortunately. But I don't know if I can stomach Winnipeg winning the Stanley Cup this year. 18:24 to go in this second period. Coyle ready for the face-off here. The Oilers able to battle it to the sideboards. Won there by the Oilers last second. Played down by Draisaitl and McDavid. McDavid comes off the boards back to Draisaitl. High on the point. Kulak blocks it all the way down towards the net, but bounces away wide. And obviously Connor McDavid, 5 points in his last 4 periods, I guess would be the term. And the Bruins back the other way. They're looking to rip this shot on net. Can't get it going. Ken Foligno. 17:55 to go here in this second period. Shot deflects down on Stuart Skinner. Squirts free. And so he thought he had it covered, but it squirted free. And now a shot towards the net. Can't get it going. And now back the other way. Leon Draisaitl will pick ahead to Zach Hyman. Hyman in across the blue line. Goes in behind the net. Plays back to the blue line. Miscued one-timer at the point. Now rushing on as Bouchard gets interfered with a Bruin coming off the bench. And Broberg will play this one over to Bouchard now. D-to-D pass in the own zone. Bouchard skates it up silky through the middle of the neutral zone. Onto the stick of Puljujarvi. Played off by Swayman as it funneled down to him. And Bouchard won't make a mistake here playing this puck at the blue line. Tipped down by Derek Ryan over to Klim Costin. Puljujarvi finishes the check. The camera jars my eyeballs badly, but it's a nice play by Broberg to get it back to the point, and then Puljujarvi able to force the puck free at a blue line traffic jam, and the Oilers will chip it up and out of the zone here. 13-3-3 record or something like that, and it looks like there's been a big hit there off camera at Rogers Place here in the neutral zone. The Bruins have the puck in the Oilers' end. As Brad Marchand comes up with this puck, he'll be able to keep it in just last second. Toe dragging at the blue line. And this one will be going down the ice. 16:30 to go here in the second period. And that will be an icing call against the Edmonton Oilers. And there's the hit by Costin on Lindbaum. And he sends him almost. He does send him into the Oilers bench. Klim Costin rides him out. And the dude's like, yeah, that was a good hit. I appreciate that. Good work, dude. And obviously, Klim Costin back physically engaged in this hockey game. You love having that bottom six grinding, scoring threat. And that's exactly what the Oilers have in him, Costin. The man, Klim Shady. 16:22 to go here. as one assist and Saturday's game against the Blue Jackets, Klim Costin. I don't think that's right. Was he in the lineup against the Blue Jackets? I don't think so, but maybe. I don't know. I didn't see the Blue Jackets lineup for the Oilers game. This one, a shot saved by Skinner. 16:02 to go here. The shot off the side of the net. And Leon Draisaitl will play this one down. Up the ice it comes for Draisaitl to carry forward. He'll get across the blue line. He'll look to rip the shot. He does. Can't get it on net though, and the shot goes around the boards. As this one back to the blue line where Yamamoto plays it on down. He's actually battled there by Jake DeBrusk. And the Oilers will get it across the blue line with 15:36 to go here in this second period of play. Draisaitl plays it to the middle of the ice again. Tied up was Nugent Hopkins. Pastrnak comes across the other way. Nice play by Vinny Desharnais to seal him off for the time being. And Krejci comes up with the puck for a moment. But it's Brett Kulak getting it to Leon Draisaitl, tipping it down the ice, and getting it out of the zone with 15:15 to go in this second period of play as the Oilers continue to play a very great style of hockey here against the Bruins. A very effective style of hockey that's done the job so far through a period and 5 minutes. As here's Janmark coming back the other way. A nice play over to McDavid. Oh my goodness, another wide open net that the Oilers on a tic-tac-toe passing play just cough up as Janmark puts it right through the blue paint coming back the other way. And 14:45 to go here in this second period. The Oilers are right back defensively though, getting on the back end of the play. And here's Stuart Skinner out to play this puck. He'll chip along the boards. The Oilers able to battle it up the ice and looking for this puck here. Backhanded across. Bruins get a chance on net. It's a nice save there from Stuart Skinner. The Oilers have a total of 9 shots in this hockey game. And they're looking to try and get that going in a positive direction to try and score that next goal to tie it 2-2. That's a nice turnover there for the Bruins briefly as this one goes back to the blue line. And now here comes Janmark getting in and on the attack. He couldn't do it. The Bruins stretch past the Oilers here. Just backhanded in though after getting to the blue line. And with 13:52 to go, Connor McDavid will load up. He'll fire it down to Swayman. This one comes all the way around to the far side boards. The Bruins looking to chop this one out of the zone. Nice tip play there by Brett Kulak to try and turn that puck over. He somehow, in the end of it, does. This one goes back into the Bruins' end for the time being. And this one will go around the boards for the Oilers to try and keep it alive as Ryan Nugent-Hopkins pushing forward. McDavid ran into the ref, and Orlov will step into that puck, fire it into the shot, and it's a hand pass against the Bruins, and they will blow the play dead as nobody wanted to touch that puck. As Jake DeBrusk looked short side, but Skinner able to deny him there, and then the puck bounces off a skate or two in front, and he's able to get it going. So Derek welcome in as well. Friends, we're on a commercial break here. It's been a good hockey game so far. I'm just going to move this a little bit down. Sorry, it looks like I'm sitting a little bit lower than I should here in the broadcast tonight. But as it is right now, my friends, we are absolutely cooking along tonight. It's already a big live stream here on the channel, and really appreciate everybody being along tonight. It's been fantastic to have you, and I think everybody's been pretty fantastic in the chats as well all night. And just so as you have a frame of reference, we're already at 168 hours watched on the stream, which, my friends, means we are going to crush along tonight. Coast to coast, welcome in. And we're looking to finish this one off. But before we get too far, if you're new to the channel, friends, I'd love to have you aboard for the rest of the season, for the rest of the future, whatever you choose to do. If you'd be so kind to subscribe here on Dolynny TV, I'd love to have you tune in to the Matthias Ekholm video that's coming post-game tonight. That's realistically all I really care. Come check out what a video looks like. The live streams are one thing, but the videos are usually the bread and butter outside of a night like tonight here on Dolynny TV. Coast to coast, thank you very much. But and definitely make sure to come back and comment on that video later tonight so that I can click over and check out your channel as well by the looks of it. But we are getting set for this later half of this hockey game, friends. We're just cruising along. The Bruins, the Oilers, engaged in a good one so far, and I've been enjoying the heck out of it, as I've told you a million times. I'd like to keep enjoying the heck out of it if the Oilers would be so kind to try and get the next goal in this hockey game. The Blue Jays are on your television sets tomorrow morning, so that's an exciting moment as well, and it looks like things are really coming together here for today. 383 goals per game for the Oilers, leads the NHL. We're back to the streaming side of YouTube here, as this one's played in front by the Bruins, and now a chance for the Oilers to go back the other way. Here comes Ryan McLeod. He'll play ahead to Darnell Nurse, who is skirting down deep. Or sorry, that's Matthias Janmark. I got fooled by the 26. And now Ryan McLeod will drag behind the net and look to make this puck something. And unfortunately for the Oilers, they can't. Nice play by Ceci to crowd his man and force a turnover. The Oilers continue to battle here. Taking out is Ryan McLeod. And the Oilers will head to the power play. Let's go, friends. The Oilers get a great play there. And yeah, we don't mind that at all. And just so as you guys know what we're aiming for here, when I ask you to hit that subscribe button, we are this close to things changing for the better here on Dolynny TV again tonight. 10,897 subscribers on the channel lifetime now, so we are 3 away from 10,900 and 103 away from 10,000 and going to 11,000. Leon Draisaitl draws in for the face-off draw for the Oilers. It'll be back for Connor McDavid. Tyson Barrie will play this puck over to McDavid, who one touches it back to Barrie. Now Nugent-Hopkins goes down low to Zach Hyman. Nugent-Hopkins back up high to Barrie, who's pressured there by the Bruins penalty kill. Across to the middle for Nugent-Hopkins, trying to feed Draisaitl. He'll go across now to McDavid. Now Nugent-Hopkins sees that puck batted away from him. And that one batted down the ice, Cade, and that's all good. Thank you for being here tonight. Anyone who's been here tonight has been fantastic, and a point or two would be really good. Mark, I would agree with you out of this hockey game, that's for sure. And here's the Oilers carrying across the blue line, back to Tyson Barrie, far side. They've got Leon Draisaitl coming down the wing with a $1:14 on the power play to go. Barrie back to the near side to Nugent-Hopkins on the left wing. Barrie fires the shot. It's blocked in front. Now Draisaitl comes up with it, mishandles the puck though. He's looking to make a play, and here's Tyson Barrie across to Connor McDavid. McDavid looking into the slot area. Draisaitl backdoor. I don't know how that didn't go in. Here's a Barrie one-timer blocked in front. Sorry, I thought everybody was like, oh, Draisaitl scored, cool. And nobody reacted, and then all of a sudden I was very confused, as that's a nice play by Barrie McDavid to keep that puck in. And here's McDavid coasting down the wing. Draisaitl back to the middle of the ice. Nugent-Hopkins didn't understand what was going on, and they will clear it down all the way to Stuart Skinner, who comes out to play this puck, bounces it off the boards to Barrie. Barrie goes around behind the Bruins penalty kill. Very good over the last 6 games, 95% in fact. And here's the Oilers' second power play unit taking over as Foegele carries ahead. Foegele across the blue line as the Oilers continue their changes. McLeod sees it fired out, but kept in there by Bouchard. Down to McLeod, 9 seconds on the power play to go. Fogel's going to try and keep this one alive. He does. Back to Bouchard. Over to McLeod. Down back to Foegele again to Yamamoto in the slot. He fans on the shot. Nurse gets it back in front. He can't get it going, and the Bruins are going to break back the other way with the man over the box. Finally, Brad Marchand gets it into the center ice, and the Oilers are able to cut it off at their own blue line. Played across there. The Oilers continue to apply the pressure. McLeod the shot. Now a chance for Yamamoto. Don't know where it is, but Swayman's able to make the save with 10:19 to go as Yamamoto whiffs on another concrete chance on net. And this one, Pastrnak gets going, and another Oilers player blows an edge. Here's the Bruins firing this one down. Pastrnak behind his offensive net for Stuart Skinner. And that one, a nice cut off there by the Oilers, able to play that one ahead. Here's Clean Costin getting in on the attack. Costin's able to turn the puck over, but he reaches in and hooks his man, and that is where it is. We've got ourselves a whistle and a penalty to Clean Costin with 9:55 to go here, friends. I'll be right back. Just got to run upstairs and get rid of this mustache hair that's driving me nuts. Give me a sec. There we go. I got that mustache hair out of the way. We're good to go. We're ready to rock and roll, friends. And we are this close to getting back to action here. Leon Draisaitl looking on the old iPad. Can't believe that one didn't go in, and somehow he fired it wide of the net. And that's just there. And that's a great redirect by Tyler Yamamoto, actually. And then Klim Costin takes the penalty on Connor Clifton, or whoever that was. And he will sit for hooking for the next 2 minutes, hopefully. The shot fired there by the Bruins off the face-off win. The Oilers' penalty kill has now improved to 75% and to 25th in the NHL. That's actually pretty impressive considering we were at like 29th, 30th for the longest while in the first 20 games. Nugent Hopkins drilling into the face-off dot. He can't get that cleanly down. So we'll have a hold up in the action as the Oilers will again hold up the action. The referee struggling to drop the puck. Here we go. 9:50 to go in the second period. 1 for 3 on the power play were the Bruins against the Vancouver Canucks. This one fired wide of the net as the Bruins get it back to the blue line. It goes the length of the ice. Here's Swayman going to have to come out to play this puck. Thankfully for them, they're able to dodge disaster, and Nugent Hopkins still trying to turn this puck over high in the neutral zone. Going back down low, and a chance now for the Oilers again. A turnover there. Nugent Hopkins will play this puck back to the blue line, and coming away are the Oilers back the other way, dancing around, and instead it's going to be Janmark holding up, killing time, and it looks like the Oilers have found a way to draw a penalty on the penalty kill, and this one's fired wide by the Oilers. A chance now for Connor McDavid, and the Bruins touch up the puck, and just like that, friends, we've got ourselves quite an interesting game here as Montgomery there on the bench for the Bruins. We'll look at Patrice Bergeron, his power play specialist, and oh, by the way, his captain taking a penalty on Ryan Nugent-Hopkins for what I'm not really sure. Didn't see it there. It's a hooking call, I guess, and that's where we're at. But Daniel, welcome in as well. We've got a 4-on-4 for the next $1.13. The Oilers get the offensive zone face-off, and they look ready to get going. They're going to have McLeod and Yamamoto. Sorry, I'm still not used to Yamamoto being in the lineup after all that time he's been injured. On the ice here, 4-on-4 to start for a $1.13. I think the Oilers' top guns will come out for the last 45-ish seconds, so it'll be a quick 30-second shift. Score me a goal. And let's see what we got going here. Is this face-off's won by Ryan McLeod. Bravo, sir, bravo. And across and cut off by David Krejci. And it will be a chance now for the Young Guns to try and turn this puck over. They don't seem to be able to do that there. Krejci continues to play the puck, and then Yamamoto somehow does turn that puck over for a brief second before it's a nice chip play by the Bruins to keep it out of control for the Edmonton Oilers. And now another penalty coming up against the Oilers, and we're going to have 4-on-3 for some odd seconds. Ay. This is where we're at right now, friends. Pastrnak and the penalties starting to take over this one. And the Oilers will touch up the puck, and the Bruins will go to the power play for the next 29 seconds, I guess. Yeah, right there, Yamamoto gets the hook in on the elbow of Krejci. Tapped him and then stuck him up. And if you're going to start calling it, you're going to start calling it. And now all of a sudden the ref show is going to start hitting Rogers' place here, I'm pretty sure. And Montgomery calling over the troops for a quick chat. And with a 4-on-3 power play for the Boston Bruins with 8:24 to go here in this second period of play, friends. We've got ourselves a fun one to finish up here. Obviously, if the Bruins score, then it probably doesn't look good the rest of the way home for the Oilers. But if the Oilers can somehow escape unscathed, things are going to look just fine. And obviously the Oilers are going to have 20 seconds or more of penalty kill time again here soon. But it just is what it is. As this one goes back behind the net, as Darnell Nurse will play this one behind, looking to try and get it, as it has been Pastrnak out there for the past 2 minutes and 13 seconds on the ice. The shot blocked there. Pastrnak going for the old Phil Esposito shift, And he continues to be out there. He's going to look to play off this puck. He can't get it going. Marchand looking on the 4-on-3, about to become a 4-on-4 as that one is ripped wide there. And now back to 4-on-4 as the Oilers try to swim out of their own zone. Krejci can't get it going. CC around the boards. It's going to be played down. And here's hustling Clean Costin. He comes to the puck first. And now all of a sudden a chance to get it to the middle. Connor McDavid scores! 4-on-4. Clean Costin to Connor McDavid. We are tied 2-2, my friends. Just like that. Let's go. We are good to go. And back on the board with 7:40 to go in the second period. 50th goal of the season for Connor McDavid as well. Thank you, Ace, for the assist. But I told you, Connor McDavid was probably going to get his 50th tonight, and it was going to be a big one. And there you go. There you have it. Connor McDavid from Clean Shady getting in on the forecheck and hustling for a puck. He beats his man there, and then all of a sudden, somehow all alone in front, it's the Connor McDavid sick, nasty dangle show as he outstretches Jeremy Swayman and puts it home for a 2-2 tie. Flipper do, thank you so much. But that was an absolute gutsy play by Costin to get there on the forecheck, beat the man to the puck, and tie our hockey game 2-2. We'd like to see it, and I don't, again, Zachariah, to your credit, I don't care about winning. Give me a point in overtime against the Bruins. I'm going to be a happy, happy man tonight. Just not lose ugly against the Boston Bruins. And here we go. Connor McDavid, 50th goal this season. Look at him finally hit that plateau. Costin and Ceci get the assist. Here comes Connor McDavid. He's on full hat trick watch now with 40 seconds to go on the penalty kill for the Bruins. And they're getting absolutely outclassed in their own zone by the Oilers power play specialists, killing the penalty, and they can't transition up the ice here. 6:51 to go in the second period of play. This one's tipped ahead. Cody Ceci will get it off the boards to Matthias Janmark. Tipped out there by Leon Draisaitl, who finally will go for a line change. But my goodness, friends, we are off and running to another tie in this hockey game. Hopefully it lasts a little longer than the last one. But here's the Bruins back on the attack, trying to get things going. And this one will be back to the blue line for the Bruins. It'll be played in front. Chance there for Marchand. Can't get it going. The Oilers will clamp it back the other way. Chicken, I'll take a look at that in a minute. I think I know somebody noticed that earlier, and I'll try and get that going. Chance in front for the Oilers. Yamamoto again gets denied as this one goes back for Yamamoto to the blue line. And here's Brett Kulak across the zone. Nice save there on Ryan McLeod from Swayman. As Yamamoto goes back to the blue line, and Brett Kulak down low to McLeod, blocked in front there on the tip by Fogle. 5:44 to go, and I am sorry, this game is picking up faster than my brain can comprehend after an 8-hour shift and lugging about 3,000 pounds of sheet metal into houses today. But 5:30 to go here in this second period. Played on down low, backhanded off of Skinner. Save there made, and now the Bruins back to the attack. 5:22 to go here in this second period. Both teams just giving it their absolute all after that sequence of penalties and penalty kills and power plays and 4-on-3, 4-on-4s, and whatever the heck else we had going on there. 5:09 to go. Connor McDavid's on a 7-game point streak, and the Bruins made a miscue at their own bench. Connor McDavid, by the way, 18 points in 7 games. Just unreal. And here's the chance for the Bruins. Tipped up off the stick of Kulak. Back the other way. Puljujarvi's going to battle this one back into the neutral zone. To Orlov, he's going to get the turnover. Puljujarvi, the shot, the rebound into his own glove, and he couldn't get the rebound off the backhand. Here comes Clean Costin playing it to the middle. He's taken out. And this, my friends, absolutely back and forth. Looks like a playoff game out there, and please give me a Stanley Cup final preview if you're being honest with me, as the Oilers are playing some of their guttiest hockey of the season. 4:24 to go here in this second period. 4:20 left on the clock now. Played ahead by the Bruins. Back the other way. The Bouchard show will go around the boards to Broberg. played ahead by him all the way into the neutral zone. Nice, easy, calm presence. And here comes Connor McDavid down low, looking for an option. He's got backdoor. Leon Draisaitl couldn't get it over to him. 4 minutes to go in this second period, and for some reason this 5-on-5 feels like it's 3-on-3 overtime. Here's Pastrnak cutting through the D, couldn't get on towards net, and now all of a sudden it's far side corner of the Bruins on the right wing trying to get things going. Oilers right wing, I guess they're left wing, but here's now a chance for Draisaitl. He'll chop it ahead and played out by the Oilers. Now Draisaitl busting through the check of McAvoy. He can't get it going, turns it around to Zach Hyman. Hyman busts off the check, fires it off the skates of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Now Kulak fires a shot up off the blocker of Swayman, and it will be up and out of play. Hey, Jack just said it. It's pulsating hockey between Boston and Edmonton, and I had a feeling this is what we were going to get, and I am so glad, my friends, that this is what we're getting tonight. To my friends that just joined in here tonight, I think, George, you're in here. If Yamamoto could finish on a chance, that'd be awesome. Caden, if I missed you, I'm sorry. Thunder, welcome in. And Jeff, that's hopeful thinking. 50 goals, though, getting it done. And I'm out of water, by the way. So McDavid's carrying the action, but hey, don't mind me. The Oilers are bending, not breaking the defensive zone. If McDavid wants to be all our offense, he normally is. So as long as we get the offense from him and the rest of the team commits to defense, we'll be just fine and dandy. Friends, I've got 170 of you hanging out. I feel like a ton of you have hit that subscribe button tonight. Trust me, I know you have. But I'm appealing to those of you that have just joined in over the past sequence of action. If you're new to the channel, I'd love to have you aboard, and I'd love to have you hit that subscribe button. I will tell you that much. The Ekholm video will be coming out post-game. I kind of made an editorial decision to hold off on that one and wait that out, but I'd love to have you come back for the Ekholm video. That much is for sure. Again, Flipperdo and Jordan throwing down money on the board tonight. Thank you so much, you guys. Really appreciate that. Can't say it enough. Like, honestly, I said it earlier, right? 10 years ago, if you would ever imagine what's going on YouTube nowadays, you would have been blowing my mind. That is for sure. And as we sit, friends, 10,901 subscribers on Dolynny TV. So just like that, at long last, we're sitting here, friends, less than 100 subscribers away from 11,000, just like that. And George Orlov hasn't impressed you much. He's got 2 assists this game, by the way. They might be secondary assists, but he's got 2 assists, just so you know. And the Oilers lose the face-off in the Bruins zone. 3:18 to go and carried ahead by DeBrusk. The shot towards the net by Bergeron, gloved as it was going wide by Stuart Skinner. And we'll have a stoppage in play with 3:14 to go here in the second period. And things are looking pretty good here on the stream tonight, friends. Like I said, this is going to be an all-time best stream of the season. Well, we're at just about 100 away from doing that this year. 3:14 to go in this second period. The face-off tied back there by the Bruins across, and now the shot comes towards the net, blocked in front. And this one will go back to the blue line. Another chance for Clifton. He's looking to make something happen. This one goes to Marchand. Somebody talking about him not having any shots this game. Wouldn't be surprised to see him get one on this sequence here. Clifton back to the blue line. Far side corner, wrapped around the boards. Marchand tries to free this puck up. He can't. Back to the blue line, though, by the Marchand pass. And it comes out as McDavid chops that one out. This one goes far side. Shot towards the net, doesn't go on, and here's again a battle behind the net for the Oilers. Nicely won by Ryan McLeod, who continues to drag this puck out of the defensive zone. Chips it into the offensive zone. Chip and charge there. 2:24 to go as this one's played ahead into the Bruins territory, but back to the blue line now where Kulak's trying to keep it in. And the Oilers, again, doing a good job managing the neutral zone. The shots are 18-16 so far in this second period for the Boston Bruins. The Oilers were down 13-9 at one point in this second period. So things, again, coming their way a little bit so far. And this one will go back up to the blue line. A chance now for the Bruins to exit their zone. They do cross the Oilers zone, and now a puck mishandled there by the Bruin. This one will go again down deep into the Oilers zone, as it's the Bruins controlling the pace in the Oilers zone right as of now. A turnover there, but a nice play by the Oilers defensive recovery to chip it away from Nosek, and this one will go back to Draisaitl with exactly $1:30 to go, and fourth straight game scoring 2 goals is Connor McDavid. He is on an absolute mission. Here comes Leon Draisaitl to the middle. Zach Hyman goes for the chip and charge. Couldn't go it towards the net, so now Leon Draisaitl on the pass from his D-man gets it wrapped around the boards to Darnell Nurse. Backhanded there to Zach Hyman. It misses and splits the difference between him and McDavid, and the Bruins transition back the other way with $1:05 to go here in the second period. Cody Ceci gets it on down deep, and this one now tied up behind the Oilers' cage as Nosek goes back, fires a shot wide of the net. He was bidden for his second of the game, couldn't get the job done. Ceci will play that puck along the near side corner, battling there. The boards are glitching out as they typically do. And here's Krejci now involved in the battle as well. The Oilers continuing to keep it up. And this one goes to the far side blue line in the Oilers zone. The Bruins with now full possession, looking to get it through. A shot tipped towards Skinner, and that was just one of those unlucky bounces right there. A chop by the Bruins goes up off the stick, and Zacha has scored the 3-2 goal for the Bruins with 29.9 seconds on the board. And look at this one, just a sequence where the Oilers couldn't get it out of the zone, but just a last-ditch desperation effort by Zacha to chip it, and Stuart Skinner went out to play it. Should have stayed up tall waiting for that shot, and it was just like that. It goes off of Skinner, off of Zacha, back of the net, and up over the shoulder, and that's an unfortunate bounce to finish it off, and the Oilers will have to battle home, but we still got 29 seconds to go here in the second period, so don't mind me if the Oilers can get the job done here the rest of the way in this period. But the Bruins with control with 20 seconds to go. The Oilers, though, turn it over. They'll play it up off the boards. Try to get it going in the offensive zone. They can't exactly do it. They chip it down low. But with exactly 9 seconds to go, I think the Bruins will hold on and just try to wait this one out as the period will come to an end. Forbert, well, his game is over here in this second period until the third, friends. We are this close to get it going. But there you go, friends. We are 1 goal away from tying this game, and 1 goal away from this game being out of reach, friends. I'm Tyson, this is Dolynny TV. If you've been tuning in, thank you so much. I'd love to have you aboard by hitting that subscribe button if you'd be so kind. And with that, I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break to go grab some water, grab some Oreos, and get back down here and crush this third period. Thanks for being here. Friends, I've earned a root beer. I can tell you that much. Sixth player in NHL Oilers history to hit 50 goals is Connor McDavid. Hey, he had to hit it at some point. Leon Draisaitl has done it multiple times, and Connor McDavid gets it done on a beautiful pass by Clem Costin, who is him, Clem Shady. Anyway, friends, let's see what we got going on here. It's been a good hockey game. And friends, here's what we're going to go. We're going to throw up right now the where you're from game. I don't got much to add in this intermission, so if you want to tell me tonight where you're tuning in from this evening, I'd really appreciate that. I think we've been having a pretty good stream. I must say, we've been having a pretty good stream. Let me see the advanced audio properties here. Doesn't look like I've got any delay on my mic, so I'm not sure why, again, the audio doesn't go through, but again, I'll have to mess around with that a little bit. I can't understand that for the life of me, but as we are right now, friends, we're on intermission, the second period intermission, zesty there for you. And Zachariah is tuning in from Boston. That's not too unknown there. And right now, friends, Battle is tuning in from Massachusetts as well. In Kansas is Mary tuning in for the Bruins. Game Clips, for some reason, is a Flames fan tuning into this Bruins game. I mean, maybe pre-scouting the opponent a little bit. I get that. Chickens voting in from Vancouver this evening. So again, it looks like we've got a lot of North America content. I know we have several Australians tuning in tonight as well. Aussies, as they so refer to themselves. And Dean's tuning in from 45 minutes away from Edmonton. And I mean, as you know, there's not much 45 minutes in any direction of Edmonton. That's a fun fact for you. Unless you go, well, I guess if you go west, you hit Spruce Grove, Stony Plain, all those areas. But there's not much. But yeah, we're just enjoying the intermission. I'm gonna try and take it slow, take it quiet here the rest of the way home, because I just want to, in this intermission at least, as I just want to try and slow down a little bit, breathe a little bit, and try and just relax a little bit after it's been a heck of a hockey game here. The Bruins lead 3-2 at the second period intermission, and I'd love to text my Bruins friends, but that's why I can't text my Bruins friends. The Avalanche still holding that 1-0 lead over top of the Vegas Golden Knights in a very crucial matchup for the Edmonton Oilers, and it is Cody Ceci and Clem Costin that drew the assists on the Connor McDavid goal. It was a big time 2 assists on that one, and that's a big time get for the Oilers if the Avalanche can win. Chris, welcome in. Hour and a half south of Edmonton, John. So you're in the Red Deer area, or you're trying to not say you're in Red Deer, one of the two. Diego's tuning in from the Ontario-Michigan border city. So you're telling me Windsor, Ontario, my friend. And of course, Ace tuning in from the Antarctic. Always, that's been a true and tried thing since time eternal, since the first Dolynny TV stream when I first played this game way back when, to be quite honest with you. And Sandy's from Edmonton, or just tuning in and saying go Edmonton. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll take it either way, wherever you're tuning in from tonight. And I think we've caught everybody so far that's tuning in, so that's not too bad. As I said, I went out of my way and bought some A&W root beer for New Year's Eve, so I'm still sucking on this New Year's Eve A&W root beer somehow, some way. And we're just going to chuckle through. Awake is tuning in from Victoria, and 4K is still asking about if Marchand's going to take a shot in the third. I would assume he will. I will assume Marchand will have a shot on goal by the end of the game. Sandy's tuning in from Arkansas. Okay, there we go. And it took me years to figure out how to say Arkansas. That's one that confused the heck out of me when I first actually heard it properly pronounced, to be honest with you. That's where we're at. And Diego, your little brother was born in Alberta. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Hey, Mr. Kitty. Come on, little kitty. Can't say what I was about to say. And that's where we're sitting, friends. We're just going through this intermission, just trying to chill out a little bit. I don't want to talk too much about the Oilers game. 4K is from California, tuning in from the Bakersfield area. Is that why you're tuning in, or are you tuning in just to find out what's going on with this hockey game? That's going to be the real question. But let's see what we can figure out here, friends. If we can find anything out about this Oilers game. The hits are 18-17, so the hits slowed down considerably after the first half of that first period. The shots are 19-16 for the Bruins. The face-offs are heavily in favor of the Oilers somehow, some way. Both power plays are over, and while the Bruins and Oilers giving away the puck just as much in this game, and 7-5 the takeaways. It's pretty much split it down the middle. Other than the Bruins having a 3-2 lead, it's been a heck of a hockey game from both teams here so far. Licorice is back after losing internet. Blair, that is what I was saying. I knew somebody would be tuning into this live stream from Costa Rica tonight. And Pura Vida, my friend Blair, tuning in to tonight's broadcast here. You think your boy's not cultured. Anyway. Can't get the game on ESPN. Thank you for the nice words, Sandy. So that's kind of what this meant for just to connect all of those fine friends of ours that can't watch the game. Unfortunately, if I can somehow be a conduit to keep my broadcasting career alive and get you the game, I would love to do that for you. And it's quite fantastic that it works out so good. Mike, you're tuning in from Ottawa. And just so as everybody knows where I'm tuning in, I think we've played the game so far. Roger is tuning in from Winnipeg, of course. I missed that one somehow. But I'm tuning in from the farm, just about half an hour northeast of Calgary, somewhere out in that middle lands where not really too much happens at all. Most of the towns around here don't even have a school, so that's kind of how it comes together, just on this northeast edge of Calgary here. Of course, I'm regularly in Airdrie, regularly in Crossfield, as that's kind of where I was prior, but now all of a sudden, and of course to any of you tuning back home wondering what the origin story of Dolynny TV is, born and raised in Cold Lake, Alberta, and to anybody that knows Cold Lake Grand Center as well as I do, right here, right there, that's the origin story of Dolynny TV. I love wearing these shirts on stream. K3 Promotions up in Cold Lake did a fantastic job getting me hooked up with some more Grand Center Hotel shirts so as I can keep the old memories alive somehow, some way, physically. And as we're getting going, friends, we're walking and rolling here through this intermission. B-Dales, you're hoping that the Bruins can pull it off. I'm sitting here telling you that the Oilers, they have a good chance at getting things done here in this intermission, hopefully, and I'd love to see them crush off an overtime victory over top of the Bruins, as FND agrees. You're saying Ace that you'd love to see Puljujärvi get a goal in a fight. I'd love to see Puljujärvi in the third period put up a Gordie Howe hat trick, but if he ends up in the fight and goes to the box, he'll not see any more ice time the rest of the game. I promise you that much. And there we go, Blair. Thanks so much. And George, you think McDavid scores the next goal? You know what? I would take on an odd night that it is actually Kailer Yamamoto that's going to score the goal. He's had all kinds of chances, and I just have a feeling that Yamamoto's going to be the guy to grease one last second. Casey, you're coming in from West Valley City, Utah. I've actually never heard of that. I've never heard of West Valley City, so that's a new one on the map here on Dolynny TV tonight, friends, as we get going. And that Chase, Nurse, and Cece makes you sad. It's mostly because of Cece, really. I'm ready to yell at Cece. Yeah, that's my little three-legged guy meowing in the back. He's just running around the basement, getting all kinds of confused, and now running up the stairs and heading over to the basement. So there you go. It is what it is. He just ran around a couple of circles. He ran into the wall by the sounds of it, meowed, and then ran upstairs. Weird. Is what it is. What do I have in that root beer? It's just pure root beer. That's another thing for a lot of you out there watching, is I don't know how many folks actually know that back August long weekend 2020, I quit drinking for good. I'm 2.5 years sober at this point, celebrating, and I've got a nice little reminder in my calendar for I believe it's August 1st, 2023, when I sit there and have some nice words to say to myself when I get there in August. But yeah, that's something near and dear to my heart. I'm 2.5 years sober after, obviously, as anyone can probably attest, the early months of 2020 derailed quite a bit of my life. But hey, you know what? It's come together here over the past 2.5 years, and obviously getting it under control and getting back to being myself over the past year and a half has really done some great things. Zod, your question there, what is my headset? It's a Logitech G something or rather. I can't remember exactly what it is, but you see the Logitech logo there. It's served me well. I had one prior, but I smashed it up calling a ball game, and hopefully don't smash this one up calling some hockey this summer. But as we get going here, friends, where's Evander Kane is a good question. Dan, I would tell you Evander Kane is Evander Kane is injured. But hold on, somebody get the breaking news graphic up, because I just had that source that I tell you guys about all the time that feeds me the information about how I get the call-ups early and the send-downs early. If you want a fun little thing to say on stream, I'm quoting this right here. The source is telling me to say he has not been notified. He or she, I should clarify, has not been notified of any pickup at the airport involving Devon Shore, who was assigned to the Bakersfield Condors this morning. So a source inside the Bakersfield Condors this evening, I'm way too excited to say this, has not been made aware that Devon Shore is or will be at the airport anytime soon in Bakersfield. That is due to a couple of reasons. Possibly the flight isn't scheduled yet, but it also might just be a paper transaction. So the Oilers, again, it sounds like, according to the media, that the Oilers have sent and assigned Devon Shore to Bakersfield for the purpose of playing in Bakersfield. But as it is right now, Devon Shore is not yet scheduled to arrive in Bakersfield, only 3 days before the trade deadline. Fun to go. And thank you to everybody for the very nice words there. I really appreciate that. I love to share my story because I think, honestly, right, the impact of what I can do for other people by sharing my story as openly and honestly as I do. I think it's fantastic to hear from other people that it's great to go. So, as it is, just to say to everybody that does struggle, I'm right there with you. It's a hard thing to grapple with, and I can only hope that you find the success I was able to find. And like I said, it took me a year and a half after quitting drinking to get my life back on track after that. So now it's been a year and a half since that, or roughly thereabout, and I've got myself in a pretty good spot. I'd say it's been a pretty good month of February, to be honest with you. And usually February is my hardest month every year, and done pretty good. So thank you again. And as it comes together here, let's get this going. I'm thinking, and we're seeing some folks getting excited about Zach Hyman potentially scoring a greasy goal. Wouldn't mind that. And so Leon Draisaitl, Steven Stamkos, and Alex Ovechkin, among active players, are the only guys to score 50-plus goals 2 or more times in a season. Obviously, Ovi's done it 1,000,001 times. Draisaitl and Stamkos have both done it twice overall. All right, here we go. Connor McDavid will take the face-off against Patrice Bergeron. But to answer your question, Zach, quite honestly, I went cold turkey and just knew I needed to. That's when it comes to quitting drinking in 2020. It was just I knew I needed to, and I had physical proof as to why. I had a video shot of me at a wedding, and it was very evident as to why I needed to quit, and thankfully I've been able to stick to it since. But here is the face-off down at center ice. It briefly went into the Bruins zone. The Oilers get back to the attack immediately, tipping that one in there. And then this one turned over in front. Yamamoto fans on another chance. And Connor McDavid, frustrated, will circle around again. Yamamoto again takes it to the net. Again denied by Swayman. 19:30 to go, and here comes Connor McDavid wrapping around the net. He can't get it in front, so he goes across to the far D. Darnell Nurse fires the shot. It's tipped off the side of the net. The Oilers, with every chance they could possibly grind up here in this sequence, a pass across, goes up and out of play off of Bergeron's stick. And we'll have a stoppage in play with 19:13 to go. The Oilers, man, that was a crazy sequence and a great way to start this period. Is a great play in front by Nugent Hopkins to Yamamoto. And again, he fans on the puck. Are you kidding me? And then again gets another chance immediately after. But it just is where it is tonight. Yamamoto having a struggle fest out there. And Morley, you're from Olds, Alberta, right up in my area. 19:13 to go. Ryan McLeod gets it through the middle for a second, but the Bruins able to get back the other way, and then the referee takes out Tomas Nosek, so the Oilers get lucky there. And they're able to regain the puck and get it back the other way. Remember, the Oilers are down 3-2 to start this period. They had 3 glorious chances a moment ago, and then all of a sudden one of the Oilers just threw a massive hit, caused a turnover. That was Warren Foegele, was it? Yeah, Warren Foegele throwing a massive hit in behind the Oilers' net. And Jocelyn free a puck, and again the Oilers get another turnover. Here's Janmark, the shot swallowed up by Swayman. Not going to beat him on that kind of shot, but a nice attempt there by Janmark nonetheless. He turns over the puck to Clifton. Clifton turns it over right in front, but it trickles all the way to Swayman. And we have a stop in the middle. And now all of a sudden here's Foegele getting in there with Hathaway. Janmark getting in here with Greer. Now McLeod wraps him up. Oh, woo-hoo-hoo. Light me up if the Oilers want to get physical here. Don't mind me. I'm going to be liking it. As Uncle Eddie on, or Cousin Eddie on Christmas vacation would say about the Christmas meal. Those are some good eats, Clark, and that's some good action when the Oilers start getting rough and tumbly in front of nets and stuff. I love to see it. And the Oilers maybe on those last 2 sequences frustrating the Bruins to start the first $1:30. Obviously the Bruins scoring the big goal would like to get it. Friends, if you're enjoying this stream just before the puck drops, we're up to 74 likes. I'd love to see this stream up over 100 likes by the end of this one. So if you'd be so kind to drop that like button, that'd be great. As Krejci will line up against Leon Draisaitl, who's right back out there. And this one's going to be a face-off for the Oilers, and it looks like we're going to wave out Leon Draisaitl for some reason. Here comes Connor McDavid against David Krejci, and let's get going. And I like it, Jeff. I like it. Somebody else knows where I'm going. This one's going to go around behind the net to McAvoy. The Oilers throw a hit there. Nice play by Hyman to free that puck up briefly. The Oilers get the turnover, but immediately turn it back to the Bruins and back the other way. Pastrnak goes down the ice to Krejci. He can't get it going. Broberg plays it around the boards. It's turned over to Pastrnak, or Krejci, one of the two right in front. Tip play. Battles off the boards, and here's Connor McDavid skating down the ice with a man to beat for the hat trick. He looks to pass it off to the blue line, back to Bouchard. Bounces off of McDavid's skates and goes to Pastrnak, and now McDavid's got to hustle back into the play. Back the other way, 17:50 to go. This one played down into the corner, and Bouchard able to come up with that puck, get it down to Evan Bouchard's D partner, Philip Broberg, and this one will go across the ice, back behind the net. 45 wins in first 58 games is a new NHL record for the Boston Bruins, by the way. And Smith, you're going for the Oilers to tie it up. That's an icing call, though. An unforced icing error there by the Oilers, and we'll have a stoppage in play. Definitely needed the root beer. Needed a little sugar hit there. And we're getting things going. So again, we're still on Devon Shore watch, by the way. And I'm just hoping that the Oilers want to pull a trade here last second before the stream's over. And we can get the video recorded live, and then we can get the video uploaded right away, and then we can do the Ekholm trade rumors later. It's only 8:30 tonight on a Monday evening, which is a nice 6:30 start time. Here's the shot from Marchand, goes up and out of play, tipped off an Oiler, and we'll have a face-off in the defensive zone. But we like it. We're having ourselves a good little go here. Just hold on. Give everybody an idea of what we're achieving on stream here. I always go back to watch time. Watch time is the biggest, best metric you can get on YouTube for how things are rolling and rocking. And just for reference here, divide that out by 60. We've had 300 hours watched on the stream tonight, friends. So thank you so much for spending your Monday evening with me. The Bruins win the face-off. Foligno goes in behind the net. The Oilers do good not to take a penalty. Stuart Skinner makes a big save in front. Tipped over to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Back to Vinny Desharnais. He'll go across, and now the Oilers carry ahead. Played on there by McDavid from Leon Draisaitl and tipped on down. With 16:48 to go, Zachariah. That's a good joke. I do appreciate a good little troll in the chat once in a while, as this will be played there by the Oilers, trying to battle this one free. They can't do it. Yamamoto outstretched for a puck, but nice play there by Kulak to battle this puck free for the time being against Orlov. There's a folk in the stands there, folks with a Bruins sign, batting it up in the air as the camera panned into that corner. And this one goes back behind the net. 16:17 to go here in the third period. Bergeron plays it across to Marchand, and he is going to drag towards the net for another shot, and he somehow misses both attempts. So whoever's got that shot attempt, I am sorry that Marchand is struggling so heavily. The Oilers will not take an icing call on that dump into the zone. We've got 16 minutes to play, and suddenly the Bruins not really letting the Oilers play in the offensive zone in the past about 3 minutes of hockey. So this is looking a little bit dangerous here if they can't get it going. As 15:44 to go, the Oilers continue to try and find a way to free up a puck and get it down ice in a hurry. I need a depth goal. You know, I mean, I need a depth goal like I need oxygen to survive, because the depth goal here would just set Oilers country on fire. If Klim Costin scored a depth goal here, this would be next level entertainment for tonight's hockey game, that's for sure. Cody Ceci plays it ahead off the boards. In on the attack is Zach Hyman, but it's an icing call, and we'll have another stoppage of play, my friends. And there's Louis DeBrusque and Jake DeBrusque in the morning, talking things over. And let me just also send you this. Friends, if you're new to the channel, what I want you to do is consider hitting that subscribe button here on Dolynny TV before we get to things wrapping and rolling here in the next little bit of action. I'd love to have you aboard for those Matthias Ekholm rumors, or if the Oilers somehow, some way pull off a trade tonight, I'd love to have you aboard. But Ace is going insane and calling Janmark for the tie. I wouldn't mind that either. All right. Yeah, Smith, I will tell you, I've as an actual play-by-play guy, I used to be guilty of not watching the clock, and then all of a sudden you learn how crucial that is to the people back at home. When you don't have a live clock on the screen, you have to tell the clock as much as possible. Face off to the right of Stuart Skinner here. Scrambled up for a second, but won back by the Oilers immediately. And now a chance here for the Bruins to fire this one around the boards. Zacha, Pastrnak, Krejci on the ice for the Bruins in the offensive zone currently. This one bounces off of Pastrnak out of the zone. He picks it up, and now he'll get it down the other way. Oilers welcome in. As this one comes down low, as Stuart Skinner almost misplays that puck. Somehow skating around, and my stream's starting to lag out, and my eyes are starting to bug a little bit, but it's okay as this one's played ahead. The Oilers offside, and they will rule it dead with 14:44 to go here in this third period of play. And yeah, we're sitting here rocking and rolling along, friends. We are just about to the conclusion of this game. We got less than 15 minutes to play here in regulation. Obviously, the Oilers very well could tie this one up at any turn, and that's the most exciting part about this. The Oilers a good chance to go. The face-off probability for the Oilers It's scrambled up. The Bruins win it, but the Oilers immediately regain it, and here comes Jesse Puljujärvi back into the middle of the ice. Klim Kostin's on the ice. Derek Ryan would be a nice pick to score a goal too. Any of these guys on the ice right now, I would love to see Evan Bouchard score a goal, but here's Klim Kostin battling off the back of the boards. Nice play there by Broberg to tip it off the stick of the Bruin, pick it up. Puljujärvi able to battle there, take contact, and they are going to rule Derek Ryan offside after taking a hit at the blue line as well. And Epiphany's feeling it tonight. Yep. Oof. Oh, that's not good. And here's Klim Kostin going up against Connor Clifton, and then Costin throwing the bench hit. And we're rocking and rolling tonight. It's been a at times physical game. I think it was a lot more physical early on than it showed to be later, but 1 assist, 3 hits for Costin tonight. He's doing his thing, trying to do his best to change the game, and obviously now an icing call against the Boston Bruins. This guy's got a Boston Bruins like framed picture that he just keeps throwing around in the crowd. I really don't know what that guy is trying to achieve, but he's doing something. And yes, Epiphany, I would agree with you that Mr. Evan Bouchard needs to get a goal tonight for the Oilers. I would love to see it. It would be much needed. 50 goals this season for Connor McDavid. 49 and 50 in the same game. You knew he was going to get it in the game. He got 49 because that's just Connor McDavid and that's the way he operates. The shot towards Jeremy Swayman. He makes the save. Now a chance for Draisaitl off the boards to McDavid. McDavid again turns the puck over high in the Bruins zone. Pushing back the other way. They can't get it going. And this one goes around the boards. And now McDavid loads up. He's going to dangle around and one Patrice Bergeron, I think that was. Maybe. Yes, it was. And now it's going to go captain against captain in the corner. Bergeron's able to fire it ahead. Ceci able to keep this puck alive for a second before it's gloved down by Leon Draisaitl at his own blue line. Played across the ice, and now Ceci again over to Yamamoto. Yamamoto down the wing will play it back, and this one will be tipped back there by Bergeron with 13:21 to go in the third period of play. And this one will go back into the Bruin zone. This one's played ahead there by Nosek. And this one will go across to Ceci. Played ahead, tipped over, and now here comes McLeod over the blue line. He's going to battle this one down. McLeod trying to battle, can't get it going. This one goes back to the middle there for the Bruins, who will home run pass it, and Skinner had to come out and play it, and that's a heck of a play there by the Oilers to take the body. Okay, good go. And here we go, as this will be a play by Janmark to the middle. Somebody had it, and Janmark almost got it going, and here's that third line again, getting physical towards the net, putting it on net as well, and doing it well. Lauren, welcome in. Mark, welcome in. I need a break. I need to stop sipping on the root beer too. I could use some water. That's probably what's going wrong here. As I just need to come up for air as well. Epiphany, we'll catch you in a few minutes here. We'll catch you for the Matthias Ekholm rumors, it sounds like then. But as we just come together here for the rest of this hockey game, friends, I'm just waiting for that to load. Yeah, we have had ourselves a pretty solid stream again. I gotta say here, just to give you an update on that watch time again, as it all just comes together minute by minute, hour by hour here on the stream, just as it kind of wraps up here. Another 311 hours on the stream. Don't mind me. And just to give you an idea of where we're sitting with subscribers. Sorry, we're on commercial break for anyone that just joined and is wondering what the heck's happening here. We're just on commercial break, killing some time. If you haven't left a like yet, we're up to 84, which means we are 16 away from 100, which means if 1/10 of the live stream liked the stream, we'd be good to go. And oh, by the way, up to 10,913 subscribers. So when I said we were going to have 11,000 by the end of the week. I didn't mean we're going to have 11,000 by the start of the week, but we very well might by the end of Wednesday get this number done, friends. 420, the average view duration on the stream to those who celebrate, but that's where we're sitting right now, friends. Just about ready for this period to get going into the deep end, as Mark's saying how deep the Bruins are, but yeah, it's quite interesting to see how things will shake out. And Kevin, I'm hoping the Oilers will find a way to win tonight. That'd be fantastic. And it's going to be a face-off win there by Zach Hyman. One back, though, by Jake DeBrusk, who will chop it into the zone. 12:25 to go here in this third period of play. DeBrusk to the middle of the ice. Bergeron, who's been unusually quiet, and I just cursed it now, didn't I? Had a chance in front and whiffed on it, and now an opportunity for the Oilers to exit the zone. They do. They need another goal. Here do the Oilers if they want to tie this one up. 3-2 with 12:04 to go. We have a glove hand pass. And 21-20 the shots now for the Oilers. And Kevin, just so you know, the Boston Bruins have 45 wins this season. The Oilers ain't even over 35, I don't think. So that's where we're sitting right now. The Oilers need to get the job done tonight to try and get something out of this hockey game. And here we go, Monte Carlo. Coming in here saying, yeah, the Oilers are better. Well, hopefully they can prove as such tonight. But here we go. Face off at center ice after that puck was up out of play or glove down, whatever the ruling by the refs was. We've got inside the last 12 minutes to go here in the third period. Turned back by Vinny Desharnais, and now Ryan McLeod goes D to D. And this one will be chopped back to the blue line. The Bruins able to keep it in for the time being. Vinny Desharnais, nice controlled pass. He'll get it across wide, but the pass from the far side couldn't hit Ryan McLeod. And here comes David Pastrnak. He'll load, shoot. Blocked in front by Desharnais. He's hurting. And here comes Warren Foegele back the other way. He's got a man offside. And I'm glad they blew it down. And thankfully that would have cost the Oilers should they score. Here we go. That was a block shot there by Vinny Desharnais, and that stung him. He blocked it twice. I'm on Giles TV, Gilly, B. Gilly, coming into the stream. I'm just butchering it for the fun of it now. Rock and roll, and Josh as well. 2 mods in the stream at once. What is this, 2018? 14-12 the block shots for the Oilers so far in this one. As we have some of the boys from the PlayStation party now join, and boys from the real life join in. As here's Zach Hyman getting it going, 11:14 to go. Cody Ceci fires the shot towards the net. Puck goes back to the blue line. Zach Hyman battles down, 11:03 to go here in this third period of play. Knocked down is one of the Oilers players, and now over to Zach Hyman. Shots this period 5-1 for the Oilers. It's been a low shooting game, great defensive game. And again, right, like hey, you know what? When I can sit here and enjoy the heck out of this game and the Oilers made 2 mistakes that gave us the score we're at, I don't mind that at all. Nice save there by Stuart Skinner as well. And now the Oilers again trying to swim out of their own zone. Can't do it. 10:36 to go in this third period of play. Coyle can't find that puck in behind the net, but now he's got it in front. Orlov comes down. Nice defensive play. Stick by Leon Draisaitl. He'll chip it off the boards. Orlov turns it over. But now the Oilers able to get it back out, and this will be a nice play off the boards by Darnell Nurse. Crowd wants a penalty. Can't get it on the Boston Bruins. That could have changed things for sure, but they couldn't get it done, and this one goes back to the blue line. And this one goes back the other way into the Oilers zone again. Sorry, I just needed a drink there, as it's that part of the night where my brain starts operating a little less, as we are inside the last 10 minutes to go here. Shot from Puljujarvi blocked. He'll go around in behind the net. Barry Blass, a one-timer, tipped wide, or went wide on the 88.8 mile an hour shot. This one up by Connor McDavid. It goes out of the zone. And down the ice it goes. This one across. Kevin Bouchard, he'll play it ahead And now Connor McDavid looking off, looking for the hat trick as well. He'll go across to Matthias Janmark. Ace got him in the pool. And this one goes back into center ice as Philip Broberg tips it on in. 9:09 to go in this third period, and it will be an icing call against the Oilers. And Lemire, you need Connor McDavid to get one more shot. I would say consider it just about done. That's what I would end up saying here for you. Hopefully Connor McDavid can get it done for you. And Phenom, how's Skinner looking? Not the best, but also not the worst. That's for sure. That's how I'd sum it up. 9:08 to go. Sandy, thank you on 100 likes. And here we go. 9:05 left in this third period. 21-21 in the shot department. And this stream by every metric has been absolutely fantastic. This is Dolynny TV, but this is also the best stream of Dolynny TV's 2022-2023 regular season, as the Oilers carry across Desharnais immediately back out there after blocking that tough shot, and Winston a little on his skates there, but he's back to his feet and he's battling in the corner as the Oilers will go back and try to get something going, and we're going to have a face-off outside of the zone. 3-2 for the Bruins with 8:37 to go, friends. I'm just going to quickly take a quick commercial timeout because I got to take a bio break, if you know what that is, and I'll be right back. Literally timed that perfect. There we go, friends. Good to go. And let's go finish off this hockey game as Leon Draisaitl has been scoring some big goals. Let's get it going. Let's finish this off. Also just hit 200 viewers on the stream. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. Here we go, as it's been a pretty big game so far from both Oilers and Bruins players. Both teams doing their doing what they can to try and win this game. Hey, to everybody saying thank you to me, no, thank you to you for being here. The Oilers lose the face-off. We're back to action with 8:34 to go here in this third period of play. Tyson Barrie will pick up the puck and dance around Darnell Nurse, who set the screen. It'll be played down by Barrie, down to Swayman. As McDavid comes up with this puck, he'll get it back to the blue line. Darnell Nurse fires the puck back to McDavid. McDavid looking for the hat trick, doesn't shoot. Shot there from Nurse. He'll fire the shot. That's one blocked off the side by Barrie. And now all of a sudden my stream's froze up a second. Hold up. Where's my, hold on. Hopefully my internet hasn't gone out. My stream's just frozen up. I'm seeming to miss stuff here. And it looks like Swayman has frozen the puck with 7:54 to go here. As that one goes deep in the zone, and then this one, Leon Draisaitl plays in behind the net and tries to get something going. And that's a great shot there from Zach Hyman that just deflects off of Lindblom in front, or Lindholm or whatever his name is, and that one actually just hits Swayman funny. The Oilers win this face-off though ensuing, and now we'll get to work in the offensive zone again as they try to get it going. This one's going to be fired down the ice, and this one played there by the Oilers, able to come up with it. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, he'll bat it ahead. Tips out of the zone. I've got a cursor on my screen, which is frustrating me. I couldn't figure out what the distracting white clicker was on my screen, but I figured that out pretty quick compared to normal. And here's Brad Marchand, fires the shot, and that might have hit Skinner or might not. As this one will go back behind, played ahead there by Yamamoto. He'll get it across to Nugent-Hopkins, who flips it in, and here's Klim Costin getting in on the forecheck, and oh my goodness, Klim just got the worst of it as he just elbowed David Krejci up in the head, and that's tough, man. Klim Costin goes in to lay a big hit, and then Krejci stops up last second. Krejci's a tough old hockey player, but that's a tough get for the Oilers right there, as Klim Costin takes a penalty up high on David Krejci. It's tough, and of course my stream's frozen here, so let me refresh it here and see if we can't get something out of this. As the Oilers and Bruins stream should resume in a second or two. And yeah, that's Krejci hitting himself. Krejci's own stick gets him? Oh, Krejci's own stick. So Klim Costin comes through his stick and gets the stick up, and somehow it's a 5-minute major. It's a 5-minute major against the Oilers, so you got to assume this gets reviewed, no? As here's Klim Costin coming in. And yeah, it's actually Krejci's stick that scores him. So if somehow the Bruins get a 5-minute major out of this one, I'm going to be very, very upset. Look at this. Costin avoids all contact. It's actually Krejci's stick that pops up and pops the helmet off. And Krejci is okay. And Jay Woodcroft's motioning for the referee to come in. And this will be wiped away, is what Louis and Jack are saying. As you see, Costin comes through, and it's actually Krejci's stick that just gets tangled up in Costin's feet and smacks him in the face on the follow-through. Yeah, so, yeah, Costin does everything he can not to label him. And there we go. No 5-minute major. No penalty on the play. The referees get a call right. Oh, baby, it is a good Monday night in Oilers land. Let's go. And John Montgomery can't believe it, but the replay shows clear as day that the Oilers did not take that penalty. The referees wipe it off the board. The fans are absolutely rowdy, and the Oilers are about ready to get going. And here we go. The Oilers and Bruins, they've been tight. Very few mistakes from both teams. So, they know that they needed to have that call get made the right way to keep the integrity of the game going. And let's get it going. Let's get it going. I'm excited. Mr. Gary Bettman in the building for this one. He's happy seeing what's happening here between the Oilers and Bruins. This is what he wants to see. Two premier clubs in the NHL going at it toe-to-toe. Connor McDavid versus the big bad Boston Bruins, who are absolutely annihilating the NHL. Yep, that's what we want to see. And here's Leon Draisaitl back over to Connor McDavid. The Oilers are juiced up, man. They have got the legs going, they've got the excitement flowing, and they are ready to rock and roll. As here comes Tyson Barrie into the attack. He's going to carry right ahead into the zone. He's going to look to play this puck around the boards to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl near side boards, back to the blue line. Darnell Nurse fires it down deep. It goes around all the way to Tyson Barrie again. The Oilers using like a 4-man attack with one lone blue liner, and it seems to be working to hem the Bruins in the zone. Nice play ahead by Nurse. He's got it over to Draisaitl, who had Hyman for a second but couldn't keep that puck onto a stick. And now the Oilers again keep away from the Boston Bruins after they clear it. Offside though, Zach Hyman. And there it is with 6:10. You like to see it. Look at this. The Oilers continue to just actively pursue getting into the zone, and we're not minding this at all. On a 6-game point streak is Tyson Barrie, 3 goals, 5 assists. 6:10 left in the third period. It is crunch time for the Oilers. And Dwayne, welcome in as well. I'm just seeing you for the first time in the chat. As this one's going to go back for an Oilers face-off win. Flipped into the neutral zone. Tucked down and played by a glove hand pass. And there you go. That's where we're at right now. So we'll have a stoppage in play. Yep. And Morley, welcome in again. Just seeing you pop back in. And Brave, we're rocking and rolling here. 6:04 to go in this third period. Played across by the Bruins. Tipped into the zone. 24-22 the shot, and it's an icing call against the Bruins. An unforced error for the Boston Bruins, and now the Oilers get a chance to see if they can get something going here. With 5:57 and a face-off in the offensive zone. The Oilers obviously have the big boys on the ice looking to cash in right here, right now, and get this job done for a big-time 3-3 game. But you have to win the face-off, and it looks like Leon Draisaitl is going to be told to redo it against Thomas Nosek. And this one's going to get going in just a second. And it's one back by the Bruins, but again, we'll redo the face-off. So I guess that one wasn't clean enough. Stoney, welcome in for the first time tonight, seeing you as well. 1-2-1 the last 4 home games against the Boston Bruins. The Oilers win the face-off. Oh, it's too clean. It's too clean, and it goes right out of the zone. Evan Bouchard fires it up the boards right over, and that's a nice play there by Nugent-Hopkins to avoid Connor McDavid rushing into that puck. Here's Tyson Barrie near side McDavid. The speed of this game is absolutely ratcheted up since that 5-minute major was wiped off the board. McDavid across, can't get it going to Leon Draisaitl. Barrie plays it on down. Nope, now he will. Into the corner for Connor McDavid, sorry. McDavid's taken down, no penalty on the play. This one's going to be backhanded up and out into the bench. 5:20 will have another face-off in the Bruins zone, and when that speed gets going, my mouth gets going a mile a minute and I start tripping up. But I am very, very excited to see what the Oilers do to finish this one off. Ooh. We got just a few minutes left in this hockey game for sure, and we'd like to see the Oilers obviously do their thing here in this period. Friends, we're absolutely blitzing along on the live stream, by the way, tonight as well. If you're new to the channel, what I want you to do, just listen to my words right here, okay? We're going to have discussion on Matthias Ekholm coming up post-game, all right, on a video. I'll be uploading a video to the channel. Your best way to find that video is to subscribe here on Dolynny TV, and secondary as well, do this right here that's going to pop up in this corner. Leave a like and click the notification bell once you have subscribed. You'll get my videos sent to you on YouTube or sent to you on your phone, whatever you want, and you can join me for more Oilers talk the rest of the season, I promise you. So that's my sales pitch, I guess, to you, as I'm a little bit too scrambled up to do it, but again, I think it's worked out pretty well. I've had quite a night here on YouTube as we've now just about crossed into uncharted territory on a Dolynny TV live stream this regular season. We're up to 10,922 subscribers tonight, so we continue to absolutely crush along. Joseph knows he's got the bell on. Absolutely, thank you so much, and away we go, friends. Up to 113 likes on the stream. We're on commercial break. Sorry, if you came for the game, they just threw me a commercial, so I had to throw you a commercial, but the performer of the game, I think, no doubter, it's going to be Connor McDavid, his 50th goal of the season, and, oh, by the way, his 49th as well. Connor McDavid dangling around Jeremy Swayman right into the back of the net to put home goal number 50 of the year, his first ever 50-goal campaign. Faith, will there be OT? Gosh dang, do I hope there will be OT, because, Eric, if the Oilers can clutch, the numbers are about to explode here on Dolynny TV if there is overtime. That's for sure. As the shots tipped down, oh my goodness, that was that close to going in, and what a deflection against the grain, and the Oilers just about made it 3-3 right out of the gate. but this one's going to be played ahead. Played into the far side corner, chipped there by Foligno. He's going to get it going behind the net to Coyle. Coyle's going to play this puck from behind the net. It'll be now close to the near side. Oilers get it on the turnover, chipped ahead. Now a nice play there by Hyman. Gets it across to McLeod, but they are offside. So we will have another stoppage in play. And offsides this game. Joseph, I am feeling you there. They have cost us quite a little bit. Andrea, welcome in. And Flipper New, you're thinking it's 4-2 for the Bruins. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bruins tuck home the empty netter and win this one. But I have no bad feelings about losing 4-2 to the Bruins the way the Oilers have played tonight. As this has been one heck of a hockey game so far. But give me 3 versus 3 because I'm loving to see what that would be great. Looks like I just got a streaming error on Sportsnet now. Really? Why did I get a streaming error on Sportsnet now? That's unusual, but that's okay. So we'll go get that going, and we're back to action with 4:33 to go. And now Costin has just taken Patrice Bergeron off the ice for the Boston Bruins, and it looks like he ate a stick up high in the ice or eye area. And now Costin is actually headed to the penalty box this time. As Patrice Bergeron eats a stick up high from Costin, who just spears him up in the face. That's a tough penalty there for Costin to take, but again, he narrowly avoided disaster a second ago and then drills him right in the eye socket with the stick, flat or rounded side of the blade. That's tough. And a bad penalty to take, but you can't really not take that one. Double minor for high sticking is why do I want to keep calling him Brad Marchand? Sorry. As Patrice Bergeron is cut, so it's a 4-minute double minor for high sticking. And right now, that will pretty much do it for the Oilers tonight, unless they can find a way to win this one. But hey, a good game right down to the last 5 minutes against the Boston Bruins. I'll take that any day. And the Oilers will try and win this face-off, be battered around behind the net. The Oilers know they need a goal here, and they will press to try and do it. They're a very good shorthanded team, and they're going to work some different combinations shorthanded and get it going. As here's Krejci, he'll fire the shot towards the net, missed wide. And 4:10 to go left in this third period. The Bruins, all they have to do is manage the clock and kill the clock. And here's the chance now with 3:30 left in the power play. The Bruins work ahead. They're going to fire this puck in. And the biggest thing they can't afford to do is give the Oilers the puck. Because if you give the Oilers the puck, you give them a chance to clear it. And you give them a chance to find a breakaway pass somehow, some way. And that's the most dangerous part of it all. 3:44 to go here in the third period of play. 3:10 left in the power play, and there's a whiff there by Matthias Janmark trying to poke it free off of David Pastrnak. Brad Marchand picks up this puck with 3:30 left in the game now. Back to the blue line, the shot one-timer blocked in front again. This one again, Desharnais, another big block, 90 miles an hour on Pastrnak. And we got 2:49 left to play. A tip into the slot, blocked there again by the Oilers. Nugent Hopkins getting out there with Kulak to block that one. Pastrnak, another block by Vinny Desharnais, who is bruised and absolutely beat up after this hockey game. Guaranteed. He's been fantastic. Shot to the middle, can't get it going. Pastrnak looks far side. One-timer denied by Stuart Skinner. Oh my goodness. Can we get any more drama as this one? Another block there by Vinny Desharnais. Another block! Vinny Desharnais with 5 blocks on the sequence. An Oilers player is hauled down. No penalty. Janmark sees this one go off the side by... and now all of a sudden, hold on, what's going on? It's Desharnais for slashing is what they're saying. So the Oilers will go to the penalty kill again. 5-on-3. The Bruins up 6-on-4. Side of the net, DeBrusk, and that puck comes free. And now Desharnais wants a piece of DeBrusk, and he knows he's going to the box, so he wants it, and he'll take DeBrusk right down to the ice, pop his helmet off, and he is shoving him right into the ground. You sit down, young man. And Vinny Desharnais. That was a sweaty sequence, but we'll take it. The Oilers not at all backing down from the Boston Bruins, and that's what I said. If you're going to lose a fight. And this has been exactly what it's been. Here's a big slash there by Desharnais right in the back of Pastrnak. I'm not sure what Vinny's doing there, but he absolutely just chops Pastrnak in the kidneys. And that is a weird one there as Vinny Desharnais blocks it. And I guess Desharnais had enough of Pastrnak wiring it at him. And Desharnais said, screw you, I'm going to hit you in the back with the old slash. And that's Vinny Desharnais is seeing red out there. That's all there is to that. And what a save there by Stuart Skinner. Didn't get a good angle of it at first, but that's a tremendous save. Timeout for the Boston Bruins with 2:26. They're essentially on the penalty play for the rest of the hockey game outside of 26 seconds. And wow. We like it. That was an old school Vinny Desharnais getting greasy with it, throwing the lumber kind of chop right there. I don't mind seeing that. You know what? The emotion. That's what I want to see. Obviously, he's not trying to break his neck or anything with the swing, so it's one of those things where Vinny Desharnais goes in there and absolutely labels him with a chop to the kidneys. Not exactly a nice place to get chopped. Trust me, you wear kidney pads for a reason. 2:26 to go in the third period. And the Oilers are down to 5-on-3. And looks like Patrice Bergeron has been waved out. Incoming to take the face-off is David Krejci from the blue line. And here we go. Go down swinging, literally, Andrea. I can't believe it took someone that long to say it. Go down swinging, and Vinny Desharnais did. As the Oilers will get this face-off won somehow, some way. It'll go up and out of play. And we'll have a stoppage in play and a face-off in the Oilers zone with 2:14 to go. I mean, end of the day, this game's over. I think any rational Oilers fan would say this game's over outside of potentially about 25 seconds of monkey business for the Oilers to try and tie the game. But the Bruins, they've got a two-man advantage the rest of the way home. Hey, you know what? I hope that we lose 3-2. We lose 4-2, it's not worst case scenario. And looks like something's going on here with the bench and the Oilers bench. And the linesman still talking. Looks like they're getting a helmet for Vinny Desharnais in the bench, or in the box. And Young needs the Bruins to cover. Well, I don't know. And here's a chance now for Jake DeBrusk. DeBrusk will go across for Krejci. The Bruins have a 5-forward attack on the ice. DeBrusk backdoor misses the puck. That one chopped there, and now the Oilers 2-on-1 the other way. Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl back looking for it. McDavid couldn't get the pass through. You are kidding me. The game hung in the balance right there for the Oilers. 2-on-1 for the Bruins. Darnell Nurse back. He'll lay down. Saved by Stuart Skinner. Rebound. Saved again. Here's Pastrnak short side. He's cut to the middle. Connor McDavid comes with it. Here's the Oilers back the other way. We are going high-flying antics tonight, friends. And here's on the attack. Darnell Nurse. Oh, my goodness. Misses the gimme one-timer at the side of the net. $1:27 to go here in the third period to play. Brad Marchand. Partial breakaway back the other way. Leon Draisaitl, the back check at last. A fancy poke check. Comes all the way back into the Bruins zone. They finally get a D-man on the ice. And oh my goodness, a two-man advantage for the Bruins almost turns into catastrophe there as the Oilers come up flying on two straight sequences. Back the other way, the Bruins into the zone now. And I think we can pretty much walk off the rest of this hockey game as Pasternak's been out there for 250, legitimately the Phil Esposito shift. And the Bruins, all they have to do is keep playing the puck around the zone the rest of the time. The Oilers down two men this rest of the 12 seconds. A tip play there, and here's a chance now to the front of the net. Cody Ceci plays it to the side for Foligno with 34 seconds to go. 2 seconds left in the man advantage. Nice play there by Ceci to free this puck up. Yamamoto working it free. The Bruins able to play it in front. Skinner the save. 22 seconds remain in the game. The Oilers are to full strength. Here's Costin on the ice. No time for a line change here. Stuart Skinner will play it ahead to Vinny Desharnais. And it's the Oilers' depth that will have to try and clutch up a victory here. Leon Draisaitl with 7 seconds to go spins it to the blue line. And the Oilers just gifted away the hockey game on a backhand pass by Leon Draisaitl. And oh my goodness. That is the end of the hockey game. The Oilers lose 3-2. But you can't tell me that was not the most fun you have seen the Oilers have playing a good team this season. That was absolutely, bar none, the metrics, the enjoyment level, everything else, the best hockey game I have watched the Oilers play this year, despite losing. Friends, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. What I need you to do right now before you head out for me, okay, do this for me. You've just watched a great live stream. Please consider hitting that subscribe button here on the channel. I want to see you in the at-home video. But before then, friends, we'll recap this one right quick since I'm not doing a post-game. But the Oilers scored first, and somebody threw it in the chat. Please, Oilers don't score first, you will lose. Connor McDavid scored his 49th of the season. Nosek followed it up 13 seconds later. Nick Foligno made it 2-1 with less than 5 to go in the first. And then Connor McDavid 12:20 to go in the second period. Tied it up 2-2. And then shortly after, all that kind of came to an end in that second period with 30 seconds remaining. Pavel Zacha chipped one up over top of the shoulder of Stuart Skinner and won the hockey game for the Boston Bruins. Friends, I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to leave you on an ad, and I'm going to leave you on a high. We'll catch you in the next one very soon.